Oh, that's a good idea. That's what you should have done.
I should do that. I should just record a little bit of crap like before the stream of just talking about all the whatever controversial dumb stuff, and then just be like, okay, and you can sign up to my Patreon to hear all of that, the 5 minutes of nonsense. People might do it.
The start.
The best thing is they don't know they're being recorded.
Exactly. Oh, I should probably turn the theme on at least while I'm doing this. And face reveal. So before we start, I got something very special in the mail, and I wanted to show this off. So.
Wait, you didn't tell me you were white?
Yeah, I'm half white. So I got.
What's the other half?
That's a secret.
Also white.
He's just he's white from the waist up.
I'm white and Australian. they're probably not white, right? And here is this. Absolutely, this is honestly why I got this thing. It's just because look at this. Look at this. It's wonderful. And I'm gonna break the paper on stream. Okay. Look at that. That's a beaut.
Whoa.
That is a beaut right there. I've never seen a vinyl like this. Andrew, you're a music connoisseur and composer. Have you seen anything as spectacular as this?
I have hundreds of vinyls, and I don't have any that are that striking. I really love what they did with it. However they do that, it's a really beautiful design. I think it's super nice.
I'm just gonna throw that over there. That was so tempting to just toss. No, I like this thing too much though.
It's a side effect of playing the game.
Well, yeah. See, we were talking about that before the stream. If you see anybody get struck by a vinyl, we can point directly to this game and say all vinyl attacks from henceforth on are probably Ack's fault. Okay, so that's enough of the
attacks don't kill people. People kill people.
Vinyls don't kill people.
Yeah.
My lawyer.
A vinyl is just a tool.
That was a joke.
Right, okay. Exactly. It's just a tool. Video games don't cause violence.
And the webcam was temporary, so maybe some other day that'll come back. All right.
We'll miss you.
Yeah, the ghost is here. I'm here in spirit still. All right, so let's get the game running here. Yeah, I had to show that thing off. It's so cool. And I'm not sure if it's still in stock, but if it is, it's only $25. You should definitely get one, even if you can't play it like I can't.
Got him.
But you don't have a record player? Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Hey Ash. I have known Ash 182 since the very early days of working on YiiK. They were a very early supporter and played a lot of really early builds of the game.
It's the beginning of time. Yeah. The beginning of YiiK is the beginning of time. That's probably not a far-fetched, actually. When you consider all the crazy themes of the game, anyway. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, from my understanding from them and from my memory, we are getting pretty close to the end, I believe. And via request, we're going to slow down in places just to see some of the character interactions. What the heck was that? Okay, go back to Alex's house. So how's everybody doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good. Same here.
I'm doing good.
All right.
How many of you have been playing Loop Hero?
I tried it.
Did you?
That's really funny. I think I had it, the demo, like in the background the last time we streamed, and I was like waiting to try it, and I was just like looking at the menu. And when we got off, I tried it.
I can't stop playing it.
Where the hell have you been?
Ma'am.
I thought it was really fun.
I still need to check it out.
Yeah, when you do, Brian, let me know.
Okay.
I actually specifically did not buy it because the demo was too addicting, and I'm not kidding.
What's actually present in the demo? I didn't even know there was a demo when I found it.
Well, I got to like the boss that's on the cover, and it's like it probably what it is. I think it
sands?
Limits what you can invest into the town. So you probably can't get very far without investing a lot into the town. Like it limits you pretty. Like you can only do like 2 or 3 or 4 buildings
before you start getting overwhelmed. You mean?
I can tell you the good news.
No, it like locks out what you can upgrade.
Really?
It's the demo.
What are you doing?
Okay.
And so like I wasn't able to beat the boss, but I also did not try again because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a problem with that. This is gonna be too addicting. This is a problem game.
Yeah, after Y2K, I'll probably be exclusively streaming that until I beat it, because that game is just.
What? No.
It's weird. It's like an idle RTS card game RPG base builder. I don't know what to call it. It's everything. Oh, roguelite too. Yeah. Hotline Hideout. Oh, hey, what's up?
That's actually me.
Oh, that's you. Hey, what's up?
Not much.
Oh, snap. Getting spicy.
Are they gonna go do homework? Oh yeah.
It's definitely what's happening in this room.
Homework?
That's what I say every time I get homework.
I could not resist.
Okay, so you do have a sense of humor.
I can be very funny.
What? Really?
Knock knock.
Okay, who's there?
So
Y2K.
Y2K who?
we were gonna slow down during the training bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to double check.
Good.
Very funny.
I'm like haphazardly clicking through the
Okay, I'm
Okay, I think
through the
I'll
text here.
Yeah.
So we've seen everything for now of all the new stuff, right?
Yes.
Well,
Until the physical release, is that correct?
1.5 will come out before the physical release because I'll have to make sure that we do like one more patch to make sure there's nothing majorly wrong with it.
Listen,
Okay.
I need you to come over.
Yeah, because trying to make it perfect and ship it physically at the same time would be really difficult for two people. Because it's
Right,
just
right.
me and Brian working on this at this point. Although
Yeah,
we
it should
did,
be close, but oh, go ahead.
it's all just a matter of limited run schedule because I mean we can finish it, but they have to it has to line up with when they can release things.
I would like to.
Oh.
So
And they're
we're gonna
sorry. Go ahead.
we're gonna do our best that we finish 1.5 and then look at the feedback and basically within like 2 weeks try and patch it and get it ready for the physical.
Oh, so you're gonna basically just crunch down and do your best. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's smart. I think that's a good idea.
And then once
good luck
that's
on that.
ready and it's good for them to press, then they can get it into their schedule because they have to book factory time and stuff, and
Right.
it's not like they just add it to cart in Amazon and they get made.
Right.
The
Yeah.
whole-
Ash says physical release still happening. Then that would be my first LRG purchase, and it will also be mine.
I have spoken with Bella.
Yeah, it's still
and
happening.
shown her irrefutable proof of
They're basically a smaller company as well, aren't they?
No, they're pretty big now. They've blown up. They've done a great job. They've become really successful.
Yeah, I'd seen a lot of their stuff back in 2019 when I was more, involved with social media.
So what's next?
Seemed like they were doing releases for flipping everything, basically.
And then we should train in the palace.
I will say that in something that the Essentia said in the scene where she says that she showed Vela irrefutable proof. There's going to be another scene about that in 1.5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, there is a minor change that was made, so that's not technically all the new content. The Christmas scene has been updated.
Oh yeah.
I might be
That's
wrong.
true.
I can't
There's
say, but
also some.
I know I can
There's
stop it from
Archangelo was in one of the ending where he was.
Alex,
Oh yeah.
I believe the best course.
Why is Hellcry so low all of a sudden?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I had to
Okay.
restart.
I thought it was me for a second. Was about to say,
You know,
like, why? Why is there always audio issues? that's just a freaking streaming thing.
achieving the highest level by the time.
Speaking of which, what did you think about Archangelo, the Golden Alpaca?
Loved it. I thought it was Well, I mean, it's now my favorite part of the game. Just visually speaking, it was really,
I don't know, maybe.
really interesting cutscene, and that's a really interesting character.
I've had a weird sense
I haven't really
ever since Rory and
connected the
Michael
dots yet.
That might explain why 99 is.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm
we can
excited
set up
to
the day
do
discovery.
more
Alex,
alpaca
you
stuff
can
in
return to
1.5.
dungeon anytime.
Gonna have a
What?
alpaca town.
You mean that it's been so many numbers?
Alpaca
You
town.
cannot see the
That'd be
Different.
interesting.
It's a town full of golden alpacas who come from car crashes.
Convert it into days.
It's just like an impound lot or a demolition derby.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't.
This is how
Someone's
they are
trying to
birthed.
Lay
manufacture them.
off of her. We're not
Oh,
perfect.
that would be funny actually. Is if there was like a,
Referring to Rory's
you know how we
etc., etc.
how we were told the stork is where we come from. Same thing with them, except they have like a little infomercial about car crashes. Like little golden alpaca school, basically.
Wait, this isn't where we come from. My life is a lie.
Is it really a Twitch stream without someone's
I
audio
knew
not
I
being
needed to find
correct?
my friends individually and convince them
Depends
that
on who you are. So
I've never seen a Twitch stream that had audio not like go awry.
well, that
Like
makes
you
one
seem
of
to have
us.
the least number of audio problems that I've encountered.
Thanks for the compliment.
Like I'm constantly watching stuff, and then people are like on mute.
You said on
Yeah.
mute.
Yeah, they're on mute, or someone's too low, and it's like, you know.
I have
You would
noticed
think
one
that
thing.
technology would be like solved so that people could just stop like worrying about it. But
Oh no, no. Dude, I watch wrestling every week, and we have and what I watch it on is technically it's the TNT website, but they're supposed to have an app that you can use on your phone, which casts to the TV. Well, nope, it doesn't.
Hey, Rob.
2021, we can't get
Oh.
some of the most ancient technology that we've come up with, just like the internet, basically. I know it's not really that ancient, but as far as networking and
it should,
whatnot,
it'd still be really nice to have.
I
Yeah.
don't get it myself,
and
but
shit just doesn't work. So I have to go get my laptop, hook it up to the TV.
I'm thinking
The
of
worst.
Aggravating.
our butts off and be ready to kick this thing's ass.
Ash says do it, and I'm not sure as to what that's
I don't know
referencing.
the exact date.
The joke was a alpaca town without any music, and it's just alpaca noises. So
I
I
didn't
suggested
read that.
playing alpaca sounds and turning it into a track.
I could never convince my mom or dad to try it.
Pretty funny.
And I would never
Hey, man.
let everyone else
That
They
could be
just
kind
released
of
that new album called Alpaca Sounds.
a
All
whole
the
new
secret
album based
alpaca
off.
level.
We need more secret alpacas.
Alright, join the fight. What a king.
What does an alpaca?
They don't
sound
really
like?
tell. I know they spit.
He goes.
Yeah, it's constant spitting noises.
Yeah.
How foul would that be?
They don't make any
Ugh.
noises. They just spit at stuff to let you know how displeased they are about everything.
They either make like camel sounds or goat sounds, I would imagine, but I have no idea.
What
I'm
if they
just
all
imagining-
just sounded like DC Douglas? Like every single alpaca?
Yeah, you're like, oh, excuse me, sir. I didn't know.
It'd be hilarious to hear DC Douglas try to make an alpaca
You know
sound.
what's weird? What did you write?
No, alpacas do seem a little pompous, Like something about them just kind of come off that way. I don't know. The way they stand, all that fluff, regal
That would
little
make it even
creatures.
funnier. Is if it was the entire alpaca farm was just DC Douglas doing alpaca sounds.
So what did Chandra just say there? I missed it. I feel like there was something interesting about that.
Pantaloon.
Yeah, she goes.
Oh, the dream.
I had a dream, and it was like She walked in on her little brother, and she was like, and he looked like you, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it was
Yeah, we
drawn.
won't say too much more into that, so people can figure that one out.
I had a dream last
Actually, I think we'll see another little hint.
night. I saw my brother.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm
But
just
my
gonna
brother
listen.
was you. Cute little kid grew up to be an ugly ginger like yourself.
Familiar, yeah.
That's a beautiful ginger beard.
But you came
How
to
dare
me
you.
and asked me for a favor. Is that why you're here?
It's the only good thing about Alex.
It is. So, what's the deal?
Can't grow a solid beard.
Guessing it's something serious.
Yeah, I'm still working on that.
Chunk of facial genetics.
Decent poly count, you know.
Remember the android from that van? That android is Vela, Sammy, and a bunch of other. She showed me all of these things, and I know now that the
And a
world
bunch of
is-
other people in a parallel reality.
I want to train in the mind dungeon to be ready.
Justice
to
for
fight this thing.
gingers, says that.
You done? Are you serious?
Oh man, all I can think of now is that stupid South Park episode.
I'm down. I believe, dude.
Gingers have souls, right?
Hope again.
Probably.
You brought a sense of adventure back in my life that.
Yeah, but they're like. Actually, I won't comment.
I was just thinking, how funny would it be if? What?
I disavow what I was just thinking.
I was thinking about like how funny would it be if like just that little comment right there is what got me in trouble on Twitch. It's like, okay, all of a sudden now we care about gingers. All right, fine.
It gets added to the terms of service if you can't say anything about it.
You know, dude, if that happened, I don't know. Like, I think I might be proud of that. I'd be banned, but I'd be proud of it.
I mean, there's other words we're not allowed to say on here that might describe Alex. Said ginger.
Not to stereotype, but like tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, I think, right? So
Yeah.
Although Alex is not Irish.
So what is he?
I have it written down. Let me find out.
The other redhead?
Yeah, I wrote down all of the characters' ethnic backgrounds when I first started.
Oh, thank God for that.
Because I knew it was
Michael.
coming.
Oh, here we go. We're getting the.
Yeah, he's
Wait a minute.
Scottish on his mom's side and Ashkenazi Jewish on his father's.
makes sense.
Okay, see, I knew there was some Scott there. Forest Meadows up here, right? Pretty sure that's.
Oh, it's
Or is
if
it?
you go south of the town.
Okay, my bad. I seem to remember going up there last time, but I've been kind of streamlining this playthrough, so I haven't done like any exploring. You know, except for in Villa's Mine Dungeon. I'm not gonna let myself live that one down. Holy crap!
Go.
Thank you all for your help.
This
I
is the point in
appreciate
the
it.
stream. This is the point in the stream we find out this is the first time JT has actually played YiiK.
Yeah, I've never actually played this game. That was the
Because
other JT did.
You're a fake fan.
But hey, Brian, can you explain how the seasons work? Frankton?
Oh yeah, so it's basically the entire town uses one texture file,
Did you
and that texture file has a place for the grass color, and the grass color changes for each season. And then in winter, the roofs get like a snow model that's applied at the top, like where snow would fall.
And it just reveals them.
Yeah.
I think winter and fall are my two favorite looks.
in the game
I
or
think I
just
like
or in real
summer
life?
and winter
The
in
game, yeah.
Okay.
in the game.
I'd say because I know winter and fall are probably my favorite, and you know, spring's pretty nice in real life too. But
I don't remember if we have a spring or not in this game, or if it's just kind of what
Well,
the summer one is.
it starts in spring.
Right, but I don't remember if we have a
It's-
seasonal change into summer. I feel like
Yeah, I
we
don't. Maybe we should add that now. I'm just kidding. Stop adding stuff, please.
don't.
Game's never done.
On the
We
list
never
of things
finish-
to add, it's
we'll
kind of
never
a-
finish this thing.
Now we will. We're gonna add more
It's
edge
pretty
pack.
weird. Like, is it kind of simultaneously? It can feel like summer and fall, like just violently shaking between those extremes depending on the day. Especially in New Jersey, it just like goes back and forth between like winter and summer, winter and summer, and then it picks one.
No, of course you don't. I
So
will
here we have
Sounds
Super
bad.
Saiyan Michael.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Let's listen to this one.
All right.
I am transformed. I've come to understand certain things. I've been exposed to the truth.
What do you mean? What happened?
Something happened to me. Something very startling at first. But now,
Michael did LSD and opened his inner eye.
Are you gonna tell me what happened, or are you just gonna keep acting like Vela?
You mean DMT?
I saw the soul space.
Nah, I mean LSD can do it too.
Fair
I
enough.
met a
Fair enough.
parallel self. I learned
Specifically,
so
actually, it's
many things.
mescaline is what he
I
did.
am everything.
You just hear about people always talking about DMT.
What?
Mescaline.
Alex, I entered the
Dude,
mind
you really
dungeon
get me with
alone
this
and
mess.
wandered and wandered.
Like a meme drug that went over
Soon
my
I
head.
stumbled upon a hall of names. Each of these names
It was from
is a door.
another live stream we did. I kept saying mescaline was a hell of a drug, referencing a movie, but nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about.
My life. For 9 days
Okay.
straight,
Okay.
I
Like one of our
experienced
streams or a
life
different
being
one?
parallel
I think it
selves.
was maybe just the voice chat and the YiiK chord. I don't know.
You could.
To
Okay.
experience a parallel life in real time is to
It's a community meme.
Yeah, community meme, deep lore.
Yeah, I've recently entered back into that community, so
The very act of experiencing a parallel life is
I took a short, I guess, hiatus.
When we are
What
born,
you could call it.
we immediately begin developing
You were in the soul space.
biases and defenses
Right,
that
right. I
help
was
us
in the
ground
Discord
our
soul
lives
space.
in the reality that we
Whatever
invent for
you call that.
ourselves. In doing so,
But not the soul
we lose
space
sight of the
section on the
temporary nature
Discord.
of
Right, which would be separate.
We
Well,
forget
somewhere in
everything.
the friends list, I'm sure.
Lose track. Experiencing a parallel life disassembles all physiological constraints that have been built up over the years.
Yes.
We see life for what it is. A three-sided box that only allows us to look forward.
Yeah. hell
Time
yeah,
is a cube.
Our own minds,
Parallel.
but the true nature of reality
Experiencing parallel
exists.
lives.
Do you know what the funniest
Fuck.
part is?
I lost it.
What?
Where he was like,
I know what you've come to ask me. And I know that I'll
wow,
say yes.
I'm
even though I
lost.
always turn you
Sorry.
down.
What he just said
How
was
many
really
times we've
awesome.
had this
And
conversation.
I was talking about how experiencing parallel lives sort of like breaks down those defenses that show you what reality is.
This
Yeah,
friend
yeah, that's kinda what I was gonna
continuously
get
hurts
at.
another friend of
Reality
mine.
being your
Soon he
ego,
realizes his
the
flaws.
sort of like thing that you use
He
to
asks me to try and save him from
like
self-destruction.
parse
Every
the day to
time
day
I
and
say no.
contextualize it.
And maybe it took for me to realize what not helping
Those
a
are
friend
scary
can do
thoughts.
to that friend. But I'm in.
That's
We win this thing.
that's something
Beautiful
I've been
thought.
thinking about a lot, like last
Pursue
year.
it. Loss of ego is an awesome thing.
Reality ends?
Loss of ego.
Yeah, it's if you can do it, I highly recommend it. Of
I
course,
only
it comes back though. Ego comes back, like it breaks down, dissolves, and you know, eventually, if you keep repeating the patterns that created the ego in the first place, within a matter of days or weeks, you can be back to who you were. But if you lose your ego, whether it be through meditation or through another means, like you can do a lot of really good self-improvement that way. But, like, there has to be a loss of the subjective self in order to step outside the subjective self to make those changes.
Something is broken. Can't you see it?
and surely this is all in a philosophical manner, right?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, it's you know, the subjective self exists within the mind, and it's a part of the mind that can be examined and part of the mind that can be dissolved.
Do you ever remember
So it is possible to lose ego. Ego death is a real thing.
Right, yeah, it's basically being able to humble yourself and
It's more than that, though. Like, it's almost like you have a filter over reality, and the filter is your ego, and then when it's gone, there's a moment of first panic of seeing yourself as you truly are and recognizing your flaws, and then recognizing what is good about yourself, and then realizing how little that matters in the sort of context of the grand scheme of things. And you know, like through things like you know, meditation, like you can achieve it, or you know, other ways.
so this right here, should I go ahead and give this some air? Or
Yeah,
is it a little
why
bit
not?
later? Okay. Just making sure.
We have met many times before, both in the past of our parallel lives.
After this,
and
I'll
in the future of
kind
our
of
parallel lives.
revisit what you just said with the
I am
thought
going to
that I
make
had.
this brief. Starting tomorrow,
I don't know if you have autoplay turned on, by the way, but
Now I do.
It is now the 24th of November, and
You might have to click for the first one. If it,
What was your thought on that? If you want to pause here before we move on.
tomorrow.
I was just gonna say what you described right there sounds a lot like conviction from my Christian standpoint. You know, when you're convicted of things about yourself, about things that you do, traits that you possess. A lot of time
I think it's one of those things that a lot of cultures and a lot of different ways of thinking have all come to the same conclusion, and they have a different way of talking about it. Like, like ego death would be more of like I mean, I guess it does exist within like Buddhism. It does exist within even in psychology. But like, it would make sense for there to be overlap.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we should start on Friday.
What about shopping all? Just
We can definitely get more into that, but gonna push ahead a little bit here.
Were Canadian, as I experienced Canadian Thanksgiving a few weeks ago. All right, fair enough. Friday
I'll have to keep Ackk captive even more weeks if we don't get through this. Which honestly is fine with me.
We're not too far from the end now.
Nah.
I've lived the past 25 years knowing nothing but a in fact,
I think it's just the breakdown with the meteor, and then the soul space bit. The soul space bit was a little long from what I remember, but it's been a while.
It was like being hungry all the time, except food, mindless fun, and things that normally bring happiness had lost their appeal. The knowledge that this was all temporary had stripped me of the ability to experience basic human pleasures that I craved from a sense of normal. The desire to go back? No, that's not right. I didn't want to go back. If I went back, I'd be the same person I used to be. Selfish, unfocused, lazy.
Exactly what you were just talking
I
about.
had no purpose. I was a blank slate that was covered in war paint. I was going to defeat whatever was coming from my reality. Even if it was me, I would defeat myself. What that meant, I didn't know. I liked what I was becoming. What I didn't like was wasting time eating turkey, cranberry sauce, and mashed potatoes.
Oh, come on, man. It's Thanksgiving.
It's 7:05 a.m. This is the earliest you've been up since you had that 7:30 class. And even then, you woke up at 7:30.
I feel that.
Feels good. I was so excited
It
to get
makes
to the
what
mine dungeon I
the
barely
ending
slept
represents.
last night.
I think I talked about that last
Impressive.
stream.
Well, get to work.
What was that,
Remember,
sorry?
choose to go to the mine dungeon or
So
visit
that
your
I
friends
feel
in
like
town.
that
You can only do
that
one
line
about a
makes
month until the new year
what
comes. It's
happens
hard to do both in a day.
right after bite
Try
a
and
bit
spend as
more,
much time in
and
the
I think I
mine dungeon as you
discussed
can.
what
If you
comes
don't
up
train
next,
hard enough, you
the
might not be
meteor,
strong enough.
Got it today, all.
how that represents Alex's mistakes.
The meteor does, you said?
Yeah. Did I discuss this in the stream last time?
I think you should re-explain your thoughts on it.
Yeah. I don't.
Okay, so it's like this. When we come towards the end of the game,
Mhm.
they say that reality is breaking down or whatever, but we don't see that at all until the very end, like the day of it. We
Mhm.
actually see what we assume is the reality breaking down. However, what gets really interesting about this is like you go and you think about it, and the only thing that's broken down is what Alex sees. Him himself is still the same, and after everything is done and said, or said and done, everything returns to almost normal. He can't see outside of his living room, and he's laying on the couch or whatever. And like his house is almost completely intact. It doesn't look like you're really in a destroyed reality. It just looks like you're.
Oh yeah. We did touch on all that, didn't we?
Yeah. So like, I feel like this kind of makes it seem like it's not really that, Alex or the world ends at this point, but Alex feels like the world comes to an end at that point because of something he did, which is
His subjective world has ended. To
Mhm.
him, the world has ended.
So,
Yeah.
I've been reading the newspaper a lot lately. Trying to
And
film it for stories,
then
little
even
clues about what might
you
be
know,
coming.
literally we lose
Here's
all of
something
our
I've
friends
noticed.
at this point, and then
Has anyone
Alex
else
is all
felt
on
like
his
any
own
screwed up
and
stuff happening
depressed.
lately has
And it's
escalated?
like maybe that's literally what happens
you
and
mean?
not just metaphorically what's
Last
shown.
year, I swear
It's
I
more
never
just how
heard
he's
about
perceiving
girls going missing,
the time, I guess.
dying in water
The
towers,
moment.
people shooting up their schools. And now what? I
It's
swear,
an
every time I catch
interesting
the
way to
news,
put it.
there's a new tragedy. It's like people are going out of their way to find new ways to die.
When you experienced your parallel lives, were there any
This scene
indications
is about
reality that's like that?
That's a good question.
when people get to the point in their life when they start noticing that the world is a cruel place
Mm-hmm.
and that bad things happen all the time indiscriminately, regardless of a person's actions. And so the characters perceive that as more evidence that something nefarious is going on. And really, it's just they're only just starting to pay attention because they're trying to find answers to what it is they're feeling.
So really, it's just from your standpoint as the writer, this is just the way things are, and they're just now noticing it.
The particular things that Michael mentions, yeah, like people going missing, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think things are getting worse?
Someone's asking you a question. In 1.5, is there any chance of getting a skip to December 31st option for this section once you've seen all the Hang Out with Friends cutscenes? That's one big reason to do these cutscenes too.
How hard would that be, Brian? Well, let's talk about it. We'll how complicated it is.
Yeah, it's still not off the table. I definitely want to do it if I can pull it off. I just have to unravel how it's all connected.
I think that was even something I had brought up like a couple years ago, right after I beat the game.
Yeah,
this,
I think
it was an old one.
I think it also kind of is one of these things where it the suggestion itself kind of misses the intention, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, for a lot of people it'd be nice.
yeah. I think if it only appears after you've seen all the conversations, it'd be okay. I mean, like, there definitely is a certain
Or maybe
amount of...
if you could like skip like days where nothing happens, and then like sort of like pause it skipping for days where something could happen.
Is this why you sometimes get a look of
It could be in
bliss on your face
just
and
New Game
stare
Plus.
off into the distance?
That's when somewhere in a
Or
parallel
yeah,
life
it
she's
could
kicking your ass for
be it
asking
could be
for
like how we
something
mentioned
extra
what you should do with the mine dungeon, the fast leveling we talked about,
what I'm like in my
where it
parallel
stops
lives.
on
I have to
level
say,
or
this
floors
parallel
where
life
you have a
stuff
cutscene.
blows. Compared to the concept of past lives, this isn't very exciting.
Oh, so little
If we had
blue
past and
blue,
future lives,
blue guy
we
doesn't
would get to be something different in the future.
really do that, I guess,
Now
huh?
I just get to be me.
Because he only does your
not
friends.
realize I'm so many other things at the same time.
Right.
Encourage my friends to level up.
Should get an android shell for your physical form.
Yeah, I could be like you, except I'd have more of a personality.
Less red eyes.
My problem is that I have too much personality. As
Yeah,
I
she's
will
creepy as
feel
fuck,
the
isn't she?
variety of
She really
stupid
is.
people at
I've
once.
always thought that.
For example, I
Those
am currently
scary
attracted
red
to
eyes.
a
No,
Scottish boy who just asked
she's
out a girl
amazing.
on his first date.
Looking down on the player like that.
I've only ever been Scottish one other time. It
I can't
was
believe
my
I've never
fault.
noticed that every character has their own
Only
unique
if you
color
let your phone
outline
up into
along with the
one
white
dungeon.
outline.
But
Yeah,
then
Bridget
it was my
mentioned
fault,
that
so
a
I
while
wouldn't
ago.
recommend
It is a really nice detail.
Yeah, I love that. Like I think I had kind of like subconsciously noticed it because like
Is that
each portrait looks like it just pops with color, and that's what it is that's doing it. Like it.
I like to pretend
Said
you're
you said,
a
but I never
really
I never
feminine,
consciously noticed like
timid girl in
each
one of your
character has
parallel
a white
lives,
outline
Alex.
and a unique color
I
outline.
think we're
But
going to get along,
that's really cool.
Chandra.
I don't think I've ever seen that done.
So, Ascension mentioned being Scottish at least once. Talking about Alex there.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, it was past tense, so maybe not. Spend time with my friends. Again,
Well,
I forget how many times you can
what
do
is-
this.
What is past tense when you're a multi-dimensional android that is living all of your lives in parallel?
True.
Or can I just call you Ascension
Yeah, I don't think the concept really applies to her.
What about you?
Must be nice.
Mrs. the Essentia 2000.
I love that.
Sorry. So, what happens when people die?
Mrs. the.
Does death bring you into the soul space, or is that something?
You are asking a very
Sad boy
complex
purgatory.
question.
We've been over this.
The only thing I can say is that
Ash
I
says
do
they
not
also
have a
didn't
definitive
notice the
answer
outlines
for
until I
you.
mentioned it. So I'm glad I'm not
spent
alone.
many hours
Good.
exploring the soul space.
I always forget about the color outlines, but I'm glad you brought that up.
Some of
I
them
think
are parallel
I think when
versions
Bridget
of
was
myself.
on, we were looking at Rory, and
Never have I met
like
a
she
version of myself that has
she either
died.
didn't remember doing that or didn't know why she did it.
I lose
Yeah, I
contact
think
with
she said she didn't remember and didn't know why, but I think that it works, and I think she
Oh, it
should do it
definitely
again.
works.
I think she was saying she didn't remember why she chose specific colors for it.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
The blue on his hoodie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue is for
So,
sad.
Well, those are the inner outlines. I'm talking about the silhouettes.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was that wasn't the conversation that Bridget actually brought up in regards to Rory.
Oh yeah, she was talking about the inner lines.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know what I was gonna say about people in the YiiK court often ask if like the soul space is death, and we went over that last time. But like, here's a conversation in the game where it tells you it's not death.
So there you go. And it's kind of funny to me because, from what I understand, like a lot of those guys and girls have replayed this game a good few times. This is my second go round.
Yeah, but they might just skip through it and
after that first playthrough. Well, for a long time, it was just like a race to find the third ending. I think for some
Is
people.
there going to be another overworld scene? Or no? I was going to say something about the overworld, but then it happened too quick.
Yeah.
There probably won't be for a while.
I want to try and save people.
What were you gonna say though?
Well, it'd be easier if isn't there like an option to like explore or no?
Yeah. I guess we could go by and do that.
Yeah,
real
it's just
quick.
a little quick, interesting little anecdote commentary.
Where are we going?
To the overworld, real quick, anywhere.
Go to the overworld for
Okay.
one day.
The end is nigh.
We'll probably do that after Christmas. Would probably be the best time to do that, right? Because you still have a couple days before everything.
There's a whole other.
Yeah,
month to
any
go
day
through,
where it
so
doesn't say spend time with friends should be fun.
Yeah.
I think you can just do this until you can't do it anymore. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a very serious question, and I'm really hoping you can answer it seriously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that was really crazy to me for about I guess the first month I was actually active in the Discord was like I'd say stuff in the story chat and then they'd be like, well, where did you get this from? And I'm like,
the story.
The game. Like, it's like you're hiding information. I'm like, dude, it's all written in the game. We played the same game. We own the same game. You can find this yourself.
every copy is personalized.
I was gonna say.
This is true.
There's a lot of work, but they did it.
Why it took so long to make the game.
Yeah.
I have a RNG story engine.
This brings a whole new dimension.
Yeah, it just spit out this crazy nonsense at it.
This game is basically just Loop Hero. I mean,
you know, maybe.
Please tell me you're joking. There is no way that this is a thing.
That'd probably be a better name.
Oh my god. I should really learn how to turn those off. I haven't seen 3 just stack up like that. It's like, okay, glad people are having fun over there. One of those is my wife who's addicted to Loop Hero now. Loop life.
Loop, live, love.
Hey.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oops.
As long as you're okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, the infant scene.
Is it?
She just said she was okay. Man, I wish I could get in her mind like you can.
You do not need
God, Alex is so awkward.
to see that she is lying.
That's how it feels sometimes.
Dirty liar.
I just wanted to tell you that you've come to mean a lot to me, Alex. You, Michael, Chandra, everyone. I'm so happy
That's
I left
nice.
my reality for this one. Even if this one ends, that year I had with you and everyone else was totally worth it.
I couldn't imagine my life without this reality.
That's
Without this
unfortunate.
Alex.
Didn't you just
are
get
so
here?
very important.
Well, I guess not really. Again. So should I? I should definitely do this, right? I haven't done it once yet. Now's the
you
time
should
to do it.
definitely.
When you say
Can't hurt
things
you.
like that, it makes me want to kiss you. But, I don't always want to be the kid.
What is kissing?
Kiss me?
Gosh.
Strange situation this is.
And this is why it's called YiiK now.
More like yuck. Oh my god.
So I think we're gonna go the way of the future and just.
Oh my god.
She shocked him.
I'm sorry.
You took the masturbatory route.
Saliva to conduct electricity.
That's hilarious. I've not done that, so glad I did
Man.
it here on
I have a
stream.
joke. I have a joke I want to make, but it's too bad. I'm gonna type it in the.
And then someone else can independently say.
Yeah,
it.
you keep your
No.
you keep your bad jokes in chat where they can not be moderated like anything else.
They can be vetted. Appealed between the council. I mean, yeah.
That's something.
No.
You can tell from the laughing it was a pretty good joke.
What's up?
Wait a minute, where is this joke?
And there is nothing left to do but die. Will you leave your body behind and join me in the soul space?
You really don't think we can win, do you?
I am afraid I don't know either way. I believe we may have a chance. All
We just
things
have to
are
train
always
like it's an
50-50.
anime, and we can do it.
With the power of friendship,
What's it like
we
to
can
be
That-
overcome all things.
Right, exactly.
You are
With
reaching
the
Okay.
power of friendship and surface level change.
So,
The real third ending are the friends you made along the way.
No.
No? Not anymore? Is that not okay?
No.
Does anyone else feel
thought that
like
was-
magical tears keep
how do we do
making a comeback and then becoming kitsch again and then making a comeback and being okay and then being not okay, like
Well-
back and forth, like decades?
I feel like it's kind of one of those things. Like me and Andrew were talking about this earlier. It was like in Japan, they're just 100% about being camp and corny with shit.
If I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and then they influence everybody because everybody's like, yeah, you know, it's kind of campy and corny, but I love it.
Drinking, reading, playing
What do you
games.
think?
And so
Like,
it
they're
goes
thinking,
back
like,
and forth between being.
are they like? Is it like tongue in cheek? Are they like? Do they think it's funny?
Well, given
I think
Genuine?
given the actual nature of the Japanese language, yeah, they probably do think a lot of that stuff is funny. Because a lot of, like for instance, it's really difficult to get across sarcasm to a native Japanese person. Because most stuff they say, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I remember in the research I've done, most stuff in the language it's pretty direct, pretty literal kind of stuff. And if they
What
don't
if
want
you
to
said
tell
it
you
really
something,
slow while you were rolling your eyes, though? Would they still not?
I
get
don't
it?
know.
they'd
They-
probably
they
just think you were
definitely do.
having a stroke. Probably.
They definitely do get sarcasm. They're just not so entranced by sarcasm and irony the way that American audiences are.
Maybe they're just hyper sarcastic.
Well, no, it's like
It's
more
like, no,
like-
I don't get sarcasm at all.
Yeah. they're the next level of sarcasm.
No,
They're
I'm
clearly
just a
years ahead
stupid
of it.
Japanese person. I don't get it at all, Mr. Smart American. They've always
Yeah.
just delivered that response to anyone who's ever asked.
Yeah, they just picked up on it really quick and they fell in love with it.
I think they have a more clear way of speaking that is like indicating they're being sarcastic. And that might be like why people think it's direct, is just because you know the way they're speaking about it, or words, the specific words they're using, clues into the sarcasm bit.
Well, like for for one example, there's this guy on YouTube named Chris Broad, and he has a channel called Broad in Japan. Been living there for a few years. He used to be an English teacher. And
I watch him.
Yeah, he's great. One story he has is like, you know, when you're an English teacher, you're more so there as just like a teacher's helper, at least until you can sort of hold your own. And the teacher in this one lesson turned and asked Chris, you know, what did you want to be when you were a kid, like growing up? And he thought like a sort of tongue-in-cheek answer would be a good choice here. He's like, oh, I wanted to be a pirate. And she goes, Chris Sensei, why would you want to be a pirate? They rape and pillage. And then, like, they do these horrible things. And he just had no idea how to answer that, and it's in front of the entire
that's
class.
What I'm talking about, next level sarcasm.
Right, yeah, it's like it's the most well-hidden secret on Earth. Like, this is how we just make everyone else look stupid.
If there is a God in one reality and not in another, why would God make a reality that doesn't have him in it? That
Oh boy.
seems pretty bogus to me. Almost like
Deep
the
stuff.
people who get God in their reality are lucky, or less lucky, depending on how you look at it.
Would it be accurate?
Yeah,
to
how
say
would that
there's
work?
There's no God in YiiK's reality, but in the greater reality there is
She
one.
doesn't know if there is a God in another reality.
She's
I've seen
lying.
many realities, and some do not have
Go
a
figure, the robot doesn't know if God exists.
spirituality. But there is no reality that directly has a God or does not.
I mean, she's like literally like this guru who's coming and telling them about like parallel realities and astral projection.
There might be a God.
And then here's
And they're all
Proto Michael.
looking it up.
Don't let a piece of
Well, that guy floats. So.
Yeah, exactly. I trust the guy who's cross-legged and floating off the ground with a camera on his neck.
I think Michael's knowledge is limited.
It is also limited, yeah.
I love that. Don't let a piece of electronic junk. No offense. What? What a dickhead.
If Michael knew half of what the Essentia actually was, he wouldn't be saying that.
Feels wrong. It's as if everything is in flux. Can you feel it? Alex.
I can feel it.
Man,
I can feel it, Mr. Krabs.
Let's sleep on that.
Let's just go to sleep and not think about things, okay? That sounds like a good idea.
Will do. First day of Hanukkah? You're gonna sleep on the first day of Hanukkah?
I love this like decision. This to like just
Wait,
have
wait,
to be
wait,
like,
wait.
oh man, we have to get serious.
Is this-
the world's ending? We have to get into serious mode. Let's sit around in our room for hours just talking, doing nothing. This is us preparing.
Is this
That's what I
Alex's
do when
dad in the background?
What, Alex's dad?
Yes.
It's Alex's dad's monologue in the background.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Andrew says reality break. Why does Michael's character model have a camera but the art doesn't? Reality break. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so they wanted to do something in the overworld real quick, so we'll go ahead and do that. What was that basically?
Just go to the overworld.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about one, just like it's a tiny little thing.
Okay. I'm sure we got time. Oh god, traffic cones.
I like the Democrat-Republican House you just passed.
What? I don't know anything about that.
Oh yeah, that's
red,
the thing.
red door, blue door.
Have you ever lived in a duplex? Is that what that's usually called?
So, during the development, this is one of the things I remember Brian showing me early on, like the overworld, like because for a while, like I don't remember if had seen the overworld, or like I remember if, like it was new, or there was like a new model, because for a while there was the overworld where it just had Alex's regular model walking around, and then I think they converted it to that like more like little chibi kind of style, with and without, because there's a version without the Jeep, right?
That's right.
So, and I remember this is one of like my fond memories of during development where like I gave you the feedback, like because the model look, I think you had the chibi model, but it looked kind of weird because of like the perspective, right? And this was around the time that what was it, Zelda Link Between Worlds had just come out, and they had an article talking about what they had to do to make the perspective of that game feel more like the Super Nintendo version, which is like the sequel to. So and it was just like that weird little perspective hack of having the character leaning back away from the camera like 45 degrees and like warping the model. And I just remember how cool it was seeing that. It like I gave you that feedback and I said you should totally do that, and then like it was PAX East, the next like demo, and I saw it in the game. I was like, ah, cool, he went with it. So that was it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is really neat.
Funny,
I also went a step further and I flattened it.
I think yeah, like you made it look like I mean I think it turned out great. I was like, oh, flawless, look at that. And it's all because like Link Between Worlds had just happened to come out, and like at the time, and I was like, and then they like it's like one of the rare insights that people had with Nintendo. I don't even know how that came out, like people talking about it.
More loop
I
hero.
think they interviewed them or something. But
So was that what you wanted to point out, or?
Yeah, that was all.
All right.
Like
I'm just making sure before I just run back into town.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it turned out to be really good looking too. Speaking of Link Between Worlds, like I'm assuming most of y'all here have probably played that.
Yep.
Yes.
Really good.
It is good. I'd actually like to see that on the Switch, just to see it in a higher resolution.
Oh, if they did a Link Between Worlds remaster with like Link's Awakening graphics, ooh.
Yeah. I might kind of miss the 3D a little bit because it was really nice in that game.
Did they do that same leaning back thing in Link's Awakening remake?
I don't.
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
I don't think so. Let me look at it.
I don't think
so,
it's as dramatic. The camera angle.
They actually might have done something because it doesn't look as Yeah, I think it's just the camera angle that they screwed around with.
It's one of those funny things where it's like
look like a
you
tilt
expect it
photo.
to look. Sorry.
You're good.
What were you gonna say?
I said they were trying to make them look like miniatures, but they still wanted it to replicate the same style. So it's like a tilt shift photo. So it's at a weird angle, but I can't remember. It might just be what they do with the animations, but I think the character does still face forward, or like at an angle still.
You can still see his face, which is like what the new Pokemon remake it seems like it's gonna have a problem with, where you can't really see.
Oh,
what
that
the
game,
character's
dude,
face
that looks
looks like.
so weird.
I am excited for it.
I don't want to be like that guy, but yeah, that style is not really up my alley.
I like the character models. Like I think they look fine. The backgrounds, I'd probably do another pass on if I were them.
Really,
but,
because the character models are what looked weird to me. They look like little, like Gumby figurines or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. I find that kind of charming. Like if they're like short and cute and whatever. Like
yeah,
I mean, look what I did to the Overworld in Y2K.
I also think it's like it's nice because the past few Pokemon games have all kind of looked the same. So it's like, hey, it's nice to have a different look.
Yeah,
So-
but you can't really see the models anyway, because not only are they short, they're then looking at them from top down, basically, so they get even shorter looking.
Got a
It's
question
an
in chat
interesting
here.
dilemma, right? Like going from 2D to 3D, and then things like you expect them to look a certain way, and then but it's this like total weird illusion in 2D, and then they go to 3D, and then it's like simulating all these angles and perspective things that don't really translate, and it's like, yeah, it's weird.
So
Right.
Lugia
Like you
and
can. Oh, good.
so Lugia in chat asks, will the full OST be available on Spotify aside the Deviation pack? I think that's something that they were recently looking into.
Yeah, so basically to upload songs to Spotify, you have to do the whole album at once. So you have to do all the metadata in like basically like in like one go. So there's a lot of tracks and there's a lot of different contributing artists like the instrumentalists and people who did arranging. So the really overwhelming thing to put up like 100 tracks. So I'm thinking I might do them as albums, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So that way I'm only doing like 20 at a time.
Interesting.
And I know that if that's like a horrible thing and people don't want me to do that, then I might just keep it on Bandcamp. I don't know. I tried to do it once and I had all the metadata in and then it crashed and I lost like 7 hours worth of progress and it was really upsetting.
Oh,
So
here's the alpaca again. Go ahead and finish that. I'm sorry. I wanted to point that out.
That's all I was saying. So I want to. I'm working on it. But I might do it. I might do it in like a couple different albums rather than just like the full album at once.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who doesn't know why that would upset someone, it sounds like a good idea to me.
Also 7 hours.
Well, let me know in the chat. Like, does that sound like a? Is it horrible if I did like all the battle tracks? And then, all like the dungeon themes is one album.
I think that's kind of how they've done OSTs for other games. They've kind of done, like, more recently, they've had the huge compilations, but before they used to have them, like
little volumes.
specific collections. Yeah.
Just have, now that's what I call Y2K Volume 1.
Now that's what I call Y2K.
And there are some tracks where I have to check the contracts with the arrangers to make sure I can put them on Spotify. Some of them I might not be allowed to because, like, we license them,
right,
or outright bought them depending on the track. So
it's good to just get permission for stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that thing probably didn't work out for you then.
Well, it worked out for the deviation perspective. I was able to get that up, but the full one was going to be a task because it's so many tracks. So many tracks. My God.
YiiK is just too thick, I mean.
It is.
What can you do?
The new game. I'm working on another game soundtrack right now, and it's far less tracks, and it's nice.
It's as somebody doing something with all the YiiK tracks, it's a lot of tracks.
It's a lot of tracks.
Am I doing this right, by the way? I tried going to the bed. I'm just making sure I'm not doing a dumb. No. I meant to hit the other one, damn it.
I wonder how strong those records are that Alex has hooked up on his
Yeah, it's like money on the table. It could be.
It's like stats on the table.
Oh, you should.
Question: is it like starting town kind of weapons, or is it like?
They're actually his father's like first pressings of Beatles albums, so they're super powerful.
It would be really funny to put the different variations of the YiiK OST, like the color patterns.
Oh, that would be cool. Let me ask Yeti. I don't think they'd have a problem with it, but let me ask him if they'd be cool with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind making like the Mystical Ultimate LP Legend look like that when he equips it.
That would be cool.
It off.
Does Sentry ever get any other weapon? I don't think she does she?
I don't remember.
Don't think she does.
It's just the arm cannon.
There might. I'm trying to think if there would even be one, and if there is one, it'd be probably in New York. The other question is, did I define a weapon? Because it's very possible that I put one in and then it never got used.
I know.
Why didn't I find out? That could be fun.
I know with 1.5 we added Claudio's weapons back in. Claudio had some weapons you couldn't get, but now you can get them.
Yes.
And that was nice.
Maybe we should just hide a new essential weapon right at the end of her dungeon. Like really well hidden.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Hey, Alex just mentioned his sister.
Oh shit, was I supposed? My bad. All right. Yeah, there is a lot of crazy stuff going on here at the end of the game, so or end-ish.
Oh, I didn't have the chat pulled up. I had this just full screened.
Yeah, there's a good bit going on in chat tonight.
Okay, I'm pulling up the items now. I want to know if the Essentia has a weapon.
So do I.
I bet,
want to find
I bet Cheryl would know.
Let's take, yeah, probably. Yeah. Let's see.
Probably would.
User equals.
So from a design standpoint, I guess specifically from for RPGs, I guess JRPGs. How much do you guys like side content? That's like one of my favorite parts of JRPGs.
That's an interesting. It depends on the game. Like, I mostly don't pay attention to side content unless it's like the focus of the game. Like when I played The Last Remnant, which is like a game that's mostly made up of just the side content. Like I dove in and like did all of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten around to that one yet. I have it on Steam. I started it like years ago, but I just didn't really catch on at that time. I want to give it another shot.
I really like that game. It's probably not for everyone, but if you can like really dive into the battle mechanics, I think it probably has one of the best combat systems in a game.
At first, it was a bit confusing. Well, it still is confusing.
It's definitely confusing. Like I had to look at a guide before I understood it. Because it's almost like you're trying to like trick like your like sort of like party members' AI into giving you commands that you want to use in battle. And not giving you commands that you don't want to use.
That's definitely different. Yeah,
I guess this is a good question to ask everyone in the call. Actually, who's your favorite character in the YiiK party?
The YiiK party.
From a gameplay perspective, or like just like in general?
Both would be good.
Yeah, both is good.
From a gameplay perspective, I really like Chandra. I like the wild card mechanics. I like the stance changing. And then I like Rory, now that he is actually useful with like the shame damage from attacking him. I like the EP HP swap thing. I thought that was pretty fun. And then from a story perspective, I love Michael. Michael's my favorite character in the game.
Just because
I think Vela's always been my favorite on both fronts.
Nice.
Maybe, but Essentia is also up there too. Especially like I love that mini game of the charging the sword.
That one is pretty cool. Yeah. I guess for me, I think Vela is my favorite story character. Just because she's just kind of the most interesting from my perspective. You know, coming from a different reality first and sort of introducing you to the metaverse of YiiK. And I would say gameplay-wise, yeah, definitely Chandra, because Chandra sort of shares this unique trait with. It's gonna sound dumb, but like I really like card games, and one thing that I love in card games and any sort of strategy-based thing are strategies that don't seem super obvious at first. And Chandra definitely has a few of those. She's a really interesting character.
Like the spread item, I think that's a pretty cool move.
When I saw a spread item back in 2019, I think I was using that with like Ambrosia or something, and that was that was just awesome. I love seeing stuff like that in games. And I think that was one of my gripes with this game at first. I didn't get to see more stuff like I saw glimmers of really interesting things. I was like, come on, where's the rest of it? I just love doing weird stuff like that. How about you, Hellcraft?
Yeah, I wish we had a chance. I wish we had started with the battle mode first. Like I wish we had like planned the game around the battle mode.
Yeah, I think that would have helped out a lot.
Yeah, that was like my mistake was doing.
Well, yeah. Now that I know how to build an RPG, that's probably how I would go about it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, next game, not an RPG. Fuck that.
I do think RPGs are probably some of the most interesting games that can be made. Unfortunately, they're not for everybody because most of them they tend to be turn-based and very story-driven. Turn-based probably because they're story-driven.
I love turn-based combat. It's so much fun.
I have mixed feelings on it. I used to really like it. I like it every now and then now, but
if it's done well, it's one of my favorite things. Like I really love the Octopath Traveler battle mode. I think that's really fun.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I love the Final Fantasy 12 battle mode. I think that's incredible. Final Fantasy 7 Remake is really good, and Final Fantasy 9 is also really good.
Yeah, the 12, the Gambit system. Fun fact, that was actually based off of like football planning.
Oh, that's interesting. To me, it seems like it's based more off of how AI is programmed in those games.
Right. It's a lot of that too, but they sort of got that idea just from like sports strategy sort of stuff. And you kind of see a little bit of that anytime you just watch the battles play out, because you can literally just I think you can just let everybody do their own thing with the Gambit system. But
only if you have them set well, otherwise you get murdered.
Right. But that's the thing about that game is you can set those things so well that you can put it on like ×4 speed and just put the controller down on boss fights and stuff.
It's pretty funny. I actually like built the Y2K like AI like around like the sort of concepts of like the Gambit system.
Really?
And I'm sure most people who have played 12, if they've ever had to like, write an RPG like AI, they probably were thinking of that as well.
It's a really interesting and good system, and I wish even just regular action RPGs would utilize something like that a lot more.
Yeah, that actually would have been cool in what was it, Final Fantasy 15, if it had had the Gambit system as well.
Yeah, 15 was go into battle and your party members die, and you just fight by yourself the whole time.
Where do you think the Ascension 2000 goes at night?
Let's think on this. Probably her throne.
No. Come here. I don't think so. She would.
Well, how long does it take to go from one space to another in the soul space? Who there?
Oh, that's me.
Hey, Robin.
Hi. Realized you were still streaming. My layout glitched out, so I didn't see the call.
Yeah, we streaming.
Cool.
We out here streaming.
Robin, where do you think that the Ascension goes at night?
That's the experts. No.
I think probably to a hotter guy's house.
Her hot robot boyfriend?
That makes sense.
Yeah, her hot robot boyfriend.
Base.
Did we blow him up?
Hey.
Did you say based?
Yeah, theory time.
Based robot action. I love that. I love that meme so much.
It's like you know, when are we gonna get the Wilhelm at Essentia fanfiction?
Yeah.
Sounds like
be the change you want to be.
I don't know if I want to
be the change. Have you guys ever seen the Mario Maker meme where it just shows the logo with him standing like Mario standing next to it in his construction outfit? It's just like instead of saying Mario Maker, it says, "Fine, you make the fucking game" or something like that.
Y2K maker. That should
yeah.
Just name it
Robin.
that. Just name it Fine, You Make It or something. Subtitle Y2K Maker.
This was something I wanted to bring up at around this point, but now that Robin's here, it's a perfect thing to bring up with him.
Oh no.
Have you noticed that every single boss you fight in this game is another Alex?
I know the alpaca is.
I don't see the alpaca, but I can kind of see Wilhelm, and Yuzu obviously, and the Twisted Beans obviously.
Right.
The alpaca and the Gothic entity I don't really see.
Yeah, are you talking about maybe the Soul Survivor with the goth kids?
Yeah, that one. That's the...
No, I mean, like, is the Soul Survivor Alex?
Wow, I can't believe another year is
Probably
Oh
not.
shit, it's the new scene.
Oh, I love this one. That's such a good song.
Shout out to my boy Mendelsohn for making a banger and letting me remix it.
The song. Nice.
I like how you even gave the Essential one, even though she's not even in the scene. Like a new outfit, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I do love Claudio's outfit.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Christmas 1996.
That's great.
I had a lot of fun making all their outfits.
It's a really good
I'd
one,
say
too.
put a shirt on, but
He used to do all of his
he has a
writing
shirt
a
on
word
right over
processor.
there.
The ones with the really tiny screens where you could see 7 or 8 lines max. So anyway.
Yeah.
Rory's not
my
looking
dad
very
unboxes it
festive.
and freaks out.
Rory just has a different hoodie on, a red hoodie.
The red hoodie, yeah.
Fell in love with it right away.
That's probably like the
Whenever
only,
my dad
like the
left the
closest thing to
I'd get
festive.
Right, so yeah, this is kind of Christmassy.
It's his Sunday best, yeah. It's all he can afford.
They got me my
Yeah,
own
that's
computer.
fair.
No one else has their own
From
computer.
someone in the Yiicord
was
server,
amazing.
Alex is the type of person
made a
who
friend
thinks long
online.
silences with nothing
Together,
happening in film
we
are
founded
pointless
August
or
of 1999.
deeply meaningful.
Hey,
I
you
guess
wanna hear
someone
the
in the
really
server
funny
was
part?
asking that.
When I went and lived all my parallel
I
lives, I was him.
I feel like maybe he would pretend that he thinks that they're deeply meaningful, but he doesn't quite get it. He feels like he should. That's
Yeah.
kind of the impression I get.
That
Every
sounds-
every metaphor he doesn't catch, he's just like, yes, this is meaningful. What's the meaning, Alex? It's meaningful, you know.
The meaning is nothing happens for any reason. The reason is nothing happens for no reason.
He sits there watching the tap dancing scene from Eraserhead and just strokes his chin and goes, yes, interesting.
I love how Proto Michael's
2 years ago.
outline is blurred.
So you know he's holy now that he is the new Dalai Lama.
Yeah. His outline is more ethereal than it's ever been before.
I'm metal.
Can you give us an example, Michael?
Okay.
This is Michael's. Actually, this is Andrew's telling everyone to have paid attention. This whole scene.
My self-insert is actually the VHS on top of the TV, the blue one.
Which one?
Blue one.
On the left.
Blue one?
It's a good one. It's a good choice.
Is the gray one Brian?
Brian is actually the computer.
Oh, really?
You know,
That makes
would
sense.
even be better.
I mean,
Made
he
one of-
basically had his face glued to the computer for
You just need to find
6
the
years, so
Essential 2000 and ask her how her body ended up
makes
in a van.
sense.
It's that simple. Let's finish opening up gifts. Tomorrow we can sort this
Still
out.
glued there, some might say.
Well, that's what
I can't
that's what Wilfred said last time. Like, you just roll out of bed and get to work. Commendable, I would say.
I'd like to imagine the scene where they're decorating that tree. One of them just grabs, hey, here's this angel. Alex looks down at it, it's a golden alpaca, but nobody else sees that it's the golden alpaca.
Not only
goes,
does
"I'm
he
just
see
gonna
it,
ignore
not only does he see it as the golden alpaca, he shrugs his shoulders and just puts it up there anyway.
Yeah.
Just going to ignore this.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. This goes here.
Memory break, you know.
This is beyond unusual.
Alright, so what, a week left? Yeah. Shut up, Dad!
Who else is in the call? I haven't even checked.
Robin, it's you in the back. That's you in the background talking.
Oh, where?
I'll
Where?
let you find it. Just listen.
I got horses.
Oh yeah, it's yeah.
Why are you such a horrible father?
Fun fact: I don't want kids because I know I probably wouldn't be a good father.
You'd be all like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get some milk."
I have
They
to go.
only
I have
sell
to
the
go.
brand of cigarettes I want like 10 years away, so see you then.
They haven't made the cigarettes I want.
I'm actually gonna go roll them with a yogi in India. We'll be back.
Will the golden alpaca reappear in 1.5? More than
So-
likely.
Yes.
Definitely does.
It
Incredible.
reappears a few times, probably. I think his voice is getting higher as the days go on. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna have to duck out here, guys.
All right.
All
right, well,
talking to you.
Good
See you
talking to you.
later.
Yeah,
Seeing
you
you,
guys
Will.
too. Have fun with the rest of the stream.
We're gonna miss the part with you in it.
Later.
Later.
Sorry.
Well, if
Bye,
he really wants to see it, it'll be on YouTube, and there you go.
So I will say about the bosses, the Gothic entity is more of like a mid boss than an actual boss, in my opinion.
Except for that
Yeah,
first attack.
It's kind of in the same
one
way
boss
that like the
outside of a manga.
Twinkard is.
It's what?
Yeah.
One of the bosses that's outside of a mine dungeon.
Okay, yeah.
There's two, right? There's only two.
Outside of a mine dungeon, I think there's only one, right?
Hold on.
It
What was it?
depends.
So, okay, so is the sewer supposed to be Rory's mine dungeon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, the alpaca. All right, so I guess that's the only one then. Yeah, that I can think of. Unless
So now,
you
Robin,
have the
it's
stop
up to
sign.
you. You have to figure out how the golden alpaca is Alex. It's a lot easier than I'm making it out to be, but
Well, his
Hellcry, you're like the fucking
I'm like Rain Man, except for it's just story details.
how much is 2 + 2?
I mean
8. That's not a story detail, JP.
How much is a candy bar? Oh, okay, he hasn't seen Rain Man.
Oh, by the way, in the weapon definition file, the Ascension actually has 3 weapons.
What?
Yeah, I don't think you can get them anywhere. Maybe you can. Not sure. I'd have to check shops or something.
We should pause and look at these conversations, I think.
In chat here.
Oh yeah.
No, in the game, the phone calls.
Okay.
yes.
I love the phone.
Hi, Alex. It's Sammy. Have you been taking care of my cat?
Sammy? Where are you?
Away. Somewhere else. Is this on a timer? Oh, I can't leave anyway. Ring. Okay.
They trigger at certain points in the house.
Where the
Oh,
hell
so you
have
just
you been?
explore, okay.
We were worried sick about you. You said you were just going to bike to Justin's house. Claudio and your mom are freaking out.
Dad!
Claudio and your mom.
Did you figure out the question?
What is go screw yourself?
Like how it implies Alex watches Jeopardy.
What's Jeopardy?
Hey, Alex. It's Sammy. Did you remember
You
to pick
know-
up my cat
I
from
know
the
what
dry
Jeopardy.
cleaners?
Alex didn't.
Did you say, did you pick up my cat from the dry cleaners?
Yeah.
In this world, we stick our cats in washing machines.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in Sammy's world that would make sense.
Well, if you go off of Bella's explanation of her world, I mean, anything makes sense.
Yeah, I just meant Sammy specifically.
I think you have to go into Alice's room to trigger this one. JT.
That's one of the things I'm just going to be dumb pick on for no reason.
This is the Yumi Nikki part.
Explore until stuff happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that I died and it's all your fault? Pretty colors in heaven. That's a juxtaposed statement if I've ever heard it.
Well,
pretty screwed up.
Have
So
you
pretty.
seen my camera? I've had the weirdest dreams. I've been dreaming that I'm a boy. Dreaming that I'm a boy. That dreaming boy. I'm a that boy dreaming. Isn't that funny? What is that?
Direct reference to something.
Oh my goodness. That was creepy. I think these just get weirder too.
Dreaming up a boy that.
Hey Alex, it's your mom. When are you coming home? Claudio's
Liar.
waiting for you to watch some cartoons.
We're playing YiiK kart. Okay. Running a circuit till the phone rings.
Hey Alex, it's Michael. Have you seen my hula hoop or my headphones? Also, I've been thinking about changing my hair. It's getting so big.
So, Chandra is Michael in another reality.
Yes.
Alex, help me! I'm stuck in the mine dungeon. What is happening to me?
Michael!
Yeah, let's go. He really killed it with that read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Michael's VA did a good job imitating Chandra's way of speaking. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I've been watching Attack on Titan for the first time. Well, I saw season 1, but now I'm actually like watching the whole thing. And Michael's voice actor plays Connie, and it's so great just like hearing the voice in there.
I'll probably be right there with you pretty soon. I wrapped up Demon Slayer and Vinland Saga, and I probably need to get on Attack on Titan next.
I like how
I don't even know. Didn't I dream that?
I like how that line says that Sammy said that, but that doesn't really seem like something Sammy would say.
I have no idea, but Panda, have you noticed how weird
I
things
feel like that's something Alex would have said.
Yeah.
No, even before that.
Which line?
The last one Sammy does, where she says, "You left me at the elevator. You know how much I hate that."
Oh yeah, yeah.
When I finally did, she changed.
Right, it seems like they kind of swap places there, yeah.
Bratty things.
Mostly normal.
Well,
Also,
it's probably because it was Sammy that said it.
As he talks to the stuffed panda, have you noticed how weird things have gotten lately?
Not my mom. No, my mom worked for
Where's my dad?
You don't have a dad.
When did my mom start working for Pacific
What are
Chime?
dads?
You don't have a dad.
Yeah, I do.
It's this really cool YouTube channel.
Everyone
And
has
also this really cool band.
Damn it.
I walked right into that.
When did Michael move back?
I really love that line of the "You don't have a dad." Like I love the read on that.
Yeah.
You don't have a dad.
Obviously, you don't have that.
Tall, witty, brown hair.
Buddy, let me break it to you real quick.
I like how he like cuts off like to like explain who Michael is, like we've never seen him before, and then explain their childhood together.
Or is he explaining the actual situation of what Michael actually was and what you've seen is not what Michael actually is?
Ash says Panda still best character. Petition for Y2K playable Panda edition. So yeah, Y2K maker. When?
And then here, Alex just starts going into Murakami-isms as he has to cope with the fact that his realization about Michael is incorrect. He's incapable of doing it, you know, because like if you read Murakami, everything is like the summer that this song was popular and It's like a very popular common phrase in Murakami novels. And these descriptions here are like almost like his inability to actually cope with what he's talking about, so he's focusing on details that don't actually matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Murakami,
reality with the use of nostalgia.
Yes, exactly.
The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle is that all narrated in the first person?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, see, that's a really like subtle and nuanced way of pointing out what a character may or may not be going through if the reader, or I guess in this case listener, is just paying attention to what they're saying.
Yeah, it was too subtle though. It should have been more explicit.
Joel saying we didn't start the fire. Michael was my best friend until I was.
Because the KNN ending isn't real, is Alex refusing to accept reality, is the Sammy Alex wanted to have. Yeah, that's correct. The KNN ending is Alex living into his delusion and living within the broken reality.
If I'm not mistaken, Sammy doesn't say anything in that ending. She just kind of shows up, and that's that. Am I wrong?
She has some text lines attached to her.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
But
he had me meet him at a mall near his house.
I was gonna say if that was the case, it definitely explains, or like that would definitely fit the bill.
I like to call that ending the KN ending because I'm funny.
Nice.
Ha ha.
I like that.
Ha.
Shit. Okay, let's get going.
Also, fun fact: this game is what made me listen to Wonderwall and what introduced me to losing my religion.
Oh, you didn't know those two songs?
I knew about Wonderwall, but I never actually listened to it, and then I had never heard of Losing My Religion until they mentioned it in this game.
It's funny.
I never played Lufia 2 until this game.
That's my name.
That's a good game.
Unless you can think of a better way.
You know, actually, I never played video games before playing it.
I've never
consumed media.
I've actually only ever watched YouTube essays about video games. I've never played one.
Never played a single one. Yeah, I don't actually know anything about Nier Automata. I just watch clips. That's about it.
He's a huge fan of Nier. I can't wait to play it for the first time.
You know, you make that joke, but that's like a real thing in this day and age.
Yes, I know. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why it's not a joke.
Are you guys gatekeeping?
Don't you fucking gatekeep my shit.
Are you saying I can be a gamer without not playing a game?
Wait. I have to do this. Hold on.
You gotta save.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I know how to do this other thing. Okay, let's see.
Oh, it actually got some. I mean, yeah, I agree with Purple Comments. It got me to play Two Brothers.
You just go over here.
I still need to finish that, like, before the review is out, though.
It would have got me to play Two Brothers, but I didn't want to buy it from somewhere else.
Two Brothers has a fun ending. I like the ending of Two Brothers.
Fun is
Can't you go behind the? Oh, there we go.
Fun is in like actually fun, or fun is in like depressing fun.
No, I think it has a very positive ending.
Okay.
That's not the. Okay.
Knights wants to know.
Yeah. It definitely has some twists and turns towards the end, though.
Evangelion.
There's a little secret. There's a secret ending here. I can't figure out how to get to it.
Oh.
Can I not do that here?
Are you trying to get to the KN ending?
No, I'm trying to get to the comet ending.
Oh.
You know the one. I think it
yeah.
starts
You
here.
have to go to New York and watch your friends die first.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was back there for some reason.
Actually, pull up the hint menu real quick.
Yeah. Do the hint. Yeah. They like give you new hints throughout this area.
In my head, I'm like, oh, do we?
Oh, hey, you know what I didn't do? I didn't level up. Is there a save point over there? I guess it doesn't matter right now. I'm 33.
You should probably level up sooner than later if you.
Yeah, I would go back to the house and level up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Just because I don't know if you'll eventually lose the opportunity.
I know you can't level up when you're in the proto comet.
This is
I don't think you can on the island of the Lone Star Children either.
Uh-oh.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently I can't do it now either.
Oh,
what?
Huh. Well,
there's that. Guess we're
Well,
33.
Well, 33 is not bad. That's what I beat the game the first time.
leveled. Oh, okay. I thought it said 13. You're fine.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I would not recommend that. Level 5 is fun. Level 17 is probably ideal for like a decent challenge.
Comet says, wasn't there also an ending where you can just say no to Alex and bust in there awkwardly? Don't think so.
Actually, I think there is, and you get like a.
You look terrible.
It's like a fake credits roll, if you want to call that. It's more like a joke ending.
Yeah, I think he's just like, oh, okay, well, good luck out there, bye, and then it just like it does the fast ending.
That face when that ending is more legitimate than the other 5
That's
endings.
the canon ending.
There is one ending I think that we can see tonight.
Well, I hope so. I hope we see the one ending.
Yeah, if you want to see both, you should make a separate save file.
Yeah.
Time you save.
Hopefully we can do both. One's very short, so. Oh, whoops.
Something had been wrong for a while.
Say it's very.
The other
short,
one
but
and
it's
say you
also-
beat it.
Why was it that when I looked at Bella, I felt as if I was looking at someone else altogether?
Ooh, there's a lot of really fun.
I felt like
There's a lot of really fun dialogue here.
Why does everyone look like a chalkboard drawing?
I looked at their mouths moving up and
Because
down.
childhood, because a return to nostalgia, return to things that are comforting, like drawings you would make as a kid.
Oh, the blinding rays of the sun,
Yeah.
twisting like the web I have spun.
I mean, these lyrics are literally telling you the story of the game right now.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Hey, pretty oblivious to things I don't want to see.
Your friend is playing VR chat.
Yes.
Oh, I had mentioned something about puzzle pieces not being on the vinyl in the YiiK chat in the YiiK Discord. It makes a lot of sense. I don't think it was intentional for this to be the case, but Essentia's theme does not show up on the vinyl whatsoever. And she is a digital person, and that is an analog format.
I like that.
Totally on purpose. It's absolutely the case.
Yeah, so for the vinyl, what we did was we looked at the top most popular tracks on Bandcamp, which had the most streams, and we largely went off that, and then we went off the we accounted for time then. So if it was a really long song, then we'd have to cut like 2 songs. We erred on the side of having more songs on there.
It's probably a good way to go about it.
Yeah, it's basically it's made up of the most popular tracks from Bandcamp.
Just like Spotify, that is a similar issue.
So, right here, the Essentia is just talking. She isn't really talking about what happened, but she's talking about what Alex believed happened.
So, a version of Michael,
Because,
Rory,
like,
Chandra,
he
and
says
Claudia
that Sammy
all come to
belongs
this
to that
reality.
reality when Sammy isn't even a real person.
As far as we
Also,
know,
I
anyway.
love-
No, Sammy in Alex's quest is not a real person. She's a windmill. She's something that he's projecting onto. It's something he's created to give himself meaning. It's why none of the links ever tie up, because the whole thing is him trying to find purpose when he doesn't have any, as a way to cope with the fact that adulthood isn't what he wanted it to be.
Man, I on my
If it wasn't
on my
you, it would be me or Rory or Claudia.
on my 3rd playthrough, when I'm, kind of just doing it on my own. I'll probably do that in stream too, just because it'll have a lot of new stuff. I'll do it whenever the 1.5 is actually out. I think looking at I think looking at it through the lens of like quite literally through Alex's eyes might really help me out.
Yeah, role play as Alex when you're like Alex is always he's always saying things like it has to be connected and this he makes these big leaps in logic like of course playing this record for this random entity appeared has something to do with Sammy because I'm the main character, I'm the protagonist, so everything I'm doing is serving the goal that I want to serve because this is the story about me.
And it has to be connected, otherwise it's pointless.
Yeah. Because it's about misplaced meaning, and I think the trailer even says something like it's a story about what happens when you look for meaning in all the wrong places. I think Sammy says that line in the trailer or something similar.
Who is Superb Pudding on Onism?
No comment.
No comment. I don't know, so also no
That's
comment.
something at this point. Even if I did know it, I would not share it because I just need people to start reading Onism. Like people just need to start reading Onism. Like, oh god.
Don't split hairs. It's also because you're a bit of a dick.
That's another that's another thing I'm probably going to do as well is actually read a lot of that stuff because even the first time I did it, I may have already said all this like pretty early on, but the first time I played this game, I played it pretty strictly as just an
actually,
RPG.
hold on real quick. Let's just acknowledge what Alex just said there.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
He just admitted to all of this. This isn't my life. These beautiful women, these mysterious things, these cats coming into my life. This isn't my life. He's acknowledging it there, just as he's about to, have this sort of like reality-breaking event when it's all going to come to a head. Whatever it is that he did that caused reality to break is about to happen.
He's about to face it.
Oh yeah, open the menu and check the hint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good to do this periodically throughout this.
I love that one.
That's yeah, that's something else. Holy shit.
I like using that as a reaction image to people who are.
This is like a very nihilistic bit of the game here.
I think that's why I like this part of the game so much because I'm a stupid nihilist.
But the thing is, it's nihilism as a result of misplaced meaning. Like he put meaning into all of these wrong places, and then when it doesn't end up having any value in the end, of course it didn't mean anything because you had an unworthy pursuit. You know.
You expected too much out of something that wasn't what it was.
Can I go to those other places?
Yeah, you can. You just gotta go through the subway, which is that green ring over there.
Okay. I don't think I ever did that. Oh yeah, I guess I had to do it to get to Times Square.
Yeah.
What is she?
I
love
Bella
that.
in that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Oh, man,
And he talks about wanting to tell his friends, but his feeling what he knew was coming. And whatever it is that Alex is going to do here.
I guess I'll go straight to the end just for the sake of time, but next time I'll definitely explore all that stuff. So one thing I absolutely love here is how like nihilistic the narrative is here, but how colorful everything is. And you sort of explained that earlier, that this is all just sort of him trying to comfort himself. Like this is supposed to be a happy time.
Right, it's a return to something he can understand.
Mm-hmm.
When things become, imperceptible.
So, why did the party suddenly forget about everything? Who's to say they actually forgot about something? I think more often when you see things like that in this game, it's not because they didn't say something. It's that somebody doesn't want you to see what they said.
Also, who's to say they forgot? Who's to say this isn't just, again, like...
they're acting normal to appease Alex at this point.
No, I was going to say maybe they never knew. This is...
Let's get the hint again.
You made a mistake. You should have checked on as of 1999 and found Sammy, which is what I've been trying to do the whole game, or he's been trying to do the whole game. Oh god, it's happening. I'm becoming Alex.
I forgot we did that. That's pretty funny.
That is really cool.
I didn't.
Some cool artwork in here from
I never noticed that band thing there.
I never noticed this. And Super
Oh, yeah, that's
Nintendo.
that is the instruments of the Back Alley Boys.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's also a poster from oh man, what is the name? Tribute Games. They have artwork in here as well.
Was that the?
Oh yeah,
the
the Ninja Denki DX or.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I have not played that. I think I bought it and wanted to try it.
Very cool. Tribute's awesome.
Amazing.
I like
Fantastic.
the essential one because it looks like a perfume ad almost.
Easebird Games right over there on Times Square. Or at Times Square.
Can you imagine a world where that's a thing? It would have been neat.
Wow.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe one day. You never know.
I also love how the top of the towers are just wireframe.
And I love the cat overlooking all this.
Oh, I never noticed that.
How is this beard not on fire? That is this is still a really cool scene.
Yeah, I love this scene so much.
That's a really weird enemy. What the hell is that? Doom.
So when it becomes Majora's Mask.
Yeah, but like,
This is also
the mode in Majora's Mask is a good guy.
Totally.
No, I mean like actually, he's not. He's just a sad boy.
Not in the 30S remake. You can't swim with Zora anymore in the 30S remake. Therefore, he's still actually he's a doubly a good guy in that one. Well, shit. Dude, that killed me about that remake.
I agree.
I got to Zora and I was just like, well, I don't want to play anymore. I have to use magic to do the fun part.
And it doesn't feel the same. The swimming was so good. I don't know why on earth they would change that.
I don't either.
I guess it's because the 3DS doesn't have like the analog stick properly.
We thought they could make a difference.
I mean,
But,
neither did the N64.
I mean, the N64 had a pretty good analog stick.
Not when you played Mario Party.
Well, not after you played Mario Party. You definitely broke it then.
Okay, as someone who didn't grow up with the N64, fuck that controller. I hate it so much. I never know how to hold that stupid thing.
It's cool the only controller that I can sensitively like tiptoe a character with, like successfully.
No, it was a good one. It's just that was when analog sticks were still being figured out, and the PlayStation 1 actually were the ones who finally went, let's put rubbers on these.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. So I think eventually he just kind of kills me. So who sang this?
Nico Sakalakos.
Okay.
That's how you
Oh,
say that.
everyone should check out Nico's Nico's actual music. I'm
Just heard
gonna
a ton
post
of thunder outside. Holy shit! Came out of nowhere. Sorry, go ahead.
This was produced by Callum Bowen, or Bowen as he's known. Lyrics by Tony Macedonia, who co-wrote the song. And then Jose and I had a lot to do with the music as well. But because it comes from basically the Essentious theme.
Now, why am I
it's the
dodging
same
stuff?
for the most part.
Should we talk about what happened on Twitter with me earlier?
What happened? Is it relevant to this or?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
actually,
go for it.
I entered a demon option.
A what?
Why would you? What's your demon option?
The hell are you? What?
It's from the side story, the short story. The Y2K deviation perspective.
Which everyone should read.
Yeah. Yeah, basically it opens up an onism and it's like you got like 90 minutes.
Where can I read
What
that?
kind of
Yeah, here I'll link it. There's like a whole chain. I ended up I won like a Kasagiets NFT and then found out after the fact what an NFT was.
You can read the deviation perspective. It's on the Bandcamp page. When you download it, it'll be a PDF that comes with the album.
This is a good part to do commentary on.
So,
yeah.
Going back to what we had discussed earlier, this is supposed to be what I guess you'd say the destroyed reality is, but obviously something's off here.
I wouldn't think this is really a destroyed reality. You know, it's distorted for sure, but it doesn't look like it's in ruin, really.
Well, let's see.
He's just sitting there.
He's on his couch. There's, his house here is acting like an island. So he's like in the most comfortable space he can with the world crumbling around him.
This island forever. You and me.
Specifically, his world crumbling around him.
Right.
Yeah.
So this goes back into.
I am a rock. I am an island.
Also, you notice it's always funny what Alex's house is and how that relates to him as a character, because it's the Full House set, right?
Okay, someone at work watched the first or second one. You fucked up, man. And they said the same thing. They're like, did they mean to make that look like the Full House thing, or?
Of course.
Oh
yeah. I was like, knowing them, yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, think about it. Once again, it's all about a return to nostalgia, and sitcoms are the thing that are the same every week. They always have the same. They always have the positive, happy outcome.
Yeah, I also like how in
the
this
hint is
version
wallow
of
in despair.
It looks almost more like a set and less like a house.
Yep,
I
100%.
kind of noticed that too, but I wasn't sure.
Kind of like that scene we saw with the new alpaca scene where everything is on a set.
Yes.
So because Alex has reached the point of despair, he has now met the prerequisite for going into the soul space.
Yes,
and
correct.
we are going into the soul space, and we are going to see what that looks like. Actually, we've had a glimpse with Rory, but
all these these things that Alex says are like almost things that I've said about myself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, so like it kind of like hits me every time I like get to this part.
When I was 4, I vacationed to Italy once.
Robin's gonna start tearing up.
I did every year for the next 2 years.
I won't
You know how
because
much I
there are people
appreciated that
around me,
travel?
but you know.
But after this stream, let you know. I've got some Kleenexes ready.
Whatever.
He said his parents didn't take vacations. I didn't realize people didn't travel.
Fuck! God
Yes.
damn it! Why do I always? I forgot to switch my fucking laundry again. I'll be right back.
Always airing his dirty laundry on stream.
Eventually, he's getting to have like a what's it called?
Did I even believe in
A Pavlovian reaction to being on stream.
You know, we should all remember like this time, like every Tuesday, just message Robin about the laundry.
Go get your laundry.
Help a guy out.
It's around 8:30. Just bother Robin
Will
about
mean
that.
one thing to one person and something entirely different to another.
All my friends from college, my past girlfriends, teachers, random people on buses.
My sister. Lola.
They were all gone. Simply gone. Gone where? When you die, you don't
Around.
soul space. Soul space isn't heaven or anything stupid
Random
like that.
people on buses and panda
It's a place
suits.
between places.
When you die, you don't enter the soul space. Soul space isn't heaven or anything stupid like that. Once again, it's in the game.
I
Twice.
was scared to go.
Huh.
But what was the alternative? If I stayed here, I'd
Who
die,
put that
I'd
there?
starve. I'd go insane from the loneliness. The only place to go was to that place between spaces. The soul space.
So My question would be, what happens if you do die? Does it depend on your
How do
reality?
I separate my brain from my body?
No, I mean, death is
How
the
can
same
physical
across
and metaphysical
realities.
be
There's
separate?
128 versions of each soul that are all created at the same time,
happens
who exist at different points in time and space, and the souls are all essentially put through random chance.
You're now face to
Oh
face
yeah,
with
so I
Crazy
guess
Soul
I guess some of
1.5.
that will. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm guessing some of that's gonna be covered there.
This is me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I lacked appreciation for those around me.
I've referenced. I keep making
There's no
that
use in
joke.
beating myself up.
What joke?
Which joke?
Is there? I don't even know anymore. Don't be so hard on yourself.
I think I've made it in the Discord a few times about him talking about
The mantra I really should have adopted.
you're face to face with God, and all you can
I
ask
should be
is
hard on
what's
myself.
for breakfast. I
Maybe
know
I'm
it's
a
from
failure.
something, but I was like,
Maybe
it's such a
acknowledging your
funny
mistakes
line.
makes you not a little shit.
And it's also hilarious is for Alex to even insinuate that he believes there's a God.
I mean, he is a liberal arts major. Okay. Wait a minute. I think we can just go straight, right? Or follow the arrow.
Yeah, follow the arrow.
So yeah, this is
Your
the soul
convenience.
space. It's dusty and spacey.
Well,
And we're gonna
I
dash.
guess how Alex would know all of this is he would be specially aware of all of the things relative to his reality. It's one of those he's speaking from past tense, and then also, maybe the Alex who guides us through the game isn't the same person.
Is this the scene I think it is?
Yes.
Yes. The delivery on this, it's supposed to be such a serious scene, but
I'm back in time for one of my favorite scenes.
also that.
I don't know. It's like it is serious, but it's also like this.
It's goofy.
It's
a little bit.
It's pathetic,
Yeah.
and it's intentionally pathetic.
Yeah, pathetic is what it is.
Yes.
More than anything.
Like it's serious to Alex, but everybody
It's-
else sees it for what it is.
I think like
I'm sorry.
Okay, you notice how like he never explicitly states that like Panda is like a stuffed animal and he's like trying to make it this big reveal at this scene. When it's like abundantly clear that Panda is just a stuffed animal
check.
from the beginning.
Check this out.
Oh.
Right here.
Yeah.
Hey, you come back! I don't care if you're a toy! I need you!
He just fucking yeets himself into the soul space.
Panda! I laugh at it, but I was sad the first time I watched that.
Same here, honestly.
Also notice when he reaches out for Panda, it's the same as he reaches out for Sammy in the elevator.
Yeah.
Right.
Only now he,
yeah.
like,
Okay.
actually cries.
Going off. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. F in the chat for Panda.
Yeah. Except that what's interesting when Sammy gets taken, he doesn't like actually cry, like his eyes get watery, but there's no tears running down his face. But for this scene, there is like visible tears running down his face.
What does, I mean,
wait a minute.
Maybe he's not actually sad that Sammy's gone. maybe because he has no attachment and doesn't know this person at all.
Maybe he doesn't realize Sammy is gone anymore. Maybe
His
Sammy is
only
not
meaning
present
of
in his
it
mind
is,
anymore.
Surface level.
Part of him knew. Purple comment says.
Part of him knew what? Purple comments.
Well, that was a question mark actually. Like part of him knew. But also
Like
probably
Alex
still what?
Right.
That she was fake. Right. Just like Panda. And yes, I agree. The soul space is pretty, and it's also pretty interesting. And for some reason, it reminds me of Katamari Damacy. Can't explain it. I get vibes.
A lot of space.
A lot of space and strange-looking planets. Planets that you make, actually. So.
You ever noticed how the planet with the Lone Star Children on it also has like a single island surrounded by nothingness?
Yeah.
And here we are in the
This is a good
It's
island of
copy
misfit
pasted
Alexes.
group of Alex's room.
This supposed to be Neosi.
Oh, I haven't seen you.
I think
Yes.
it is. Yeah.
Yes. Can you tell me where
You didn't have to capture his face so well, but you did.
Yeah, you did.
That's like Chad Alex back there with who's like super jacked.
I don't even know what we do here in the Soul
I like
Space.
the high. I like the really high Alex.
Well, we've got
His
a bunch of
silhouette
games,
looks really familiar.
some dope beats. So,
Does it?
kick back and enjoy.
Oh, it kind of does.
With my friends.
Yeah.
And then something happened.
Oh yeah, check the hints too when you can.
I was also
All right.
This music was supposed to evoke Magic Hand a little bit.
I kind of got that.
I might turn that up real quick just so I can hear it a little better because
Well, none of us have ever seen it through to the end before.
it's pretty
You
interesting.
I
serious?
believe. Usually we leave our body when she comes to
Oh, it's
us.
just reading the line because I think it's funny.
No.
Who is she? Well, the Ascension 2000. She appears to us, warns us, shows us what we're gonna do.
Comment says I like squeaky voice, Alex.
I just do that.
Isn't that the muscular one where he's got the really soft voice?
Wow, you're a brave one, but it's impossible.
I think it's the one with like the blue jacket.
Too many.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah.
I think it would be best if you just relaxed.
It's also interesting to think like what these other Alexes may have gone through before they got here. You know.
You know what's great about these other Alexes is they're like different stylized Alex's heads on NPC bodies.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I think I should just go to the other side of the rock. I bet it's more fun.
Except for like Alexander over there, but like.
Well, good old Alexander.
Good old Alexander.
Here, go talk to Alexander.
Speaking of which, isn't it lovely here? You're surrounded by your favorite people.
Ah, that's another one I love. I love bringing up that line.
Oh, that's so good.
Me and me and me.
Me, myself, and I, and also me as well.
Me. Me too. Quote the Matrix.
I like how this guy is having a breakdown almost.
He's tired of being around all these dudes, I guess.
Too much of a sausage fest for him.
Is she coming back, man?
Wait, this is the high one, the freaking buff one?
Yes, I love that guy.
100.
Hey, did you see her, man?
So back in the Ascension dungeon, are there Ascensions for every one of these? Were those the ones on the tubes? I didn't know if that was like a.
Yeah, like the figures of light are these guys. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like they all have bunk beds, like they're in a big slumber party.
Yeah.
Is there a save spot here? Did I see one? Yeah, there is. Let's save right here, and we're gonna go beat the game. Accepting the bad Alex's petition leads to another bad ending. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is.
You please sign my petition.
Here to join us? Oh, won't you please help us? I stared into the void, and we are going to destroy another reality.
Sounds
Are you
dope.
coming?
Yeah, sure. No voice. I guess this is who I was all along. You read it.
I can kind of tell which ones they were.
And you just fly off. That's it. That's it. We beat the game. All right. See you guys later. Good stream.
Just sped up credits.
Thanks for playing? Question mark.
But then you don't get New Game Plus, so.
That's great.
I didn't notice the fucking like angry face there.
The game is so angry that I did that it crashed or froze or something. I can't do anything.
Oh, no.
Well, we'll just do what we do every time. I'll just reload it. It's fine. That's actually funny, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even if that was an accident, like, don't fix that.
I should probably fix it.
You should probably fix it. Yeah.
Wow, we did it. It's over. Thanks, guys. Great.
Yeah.
Peace out.
So I feel like I should
I mean, now we
explain.
gotta finish the fucking thing
So like
tonight.
Alex is pretty upset that you didn't accept his, his, or you accepted that you kind of, and then also the same thing happens when you don't help him.
Yeah.
He's really upset when you go off his script, huh?
Yeah.
So upset he didn't even say the words in the script. Alright, so I think we have a boss rush, and that's it.
Yeah, getting close to the ending.
Are you coming?
Now. There he goes. My people need me. To destroy them. It's actually not far off.
I want to explain something real quick. I'm not like intentionally forgetting to do my laundry. I do 4 loads of laundry like every Tuesday because I just only do it on Tuesday.
We'll be sure to remind you every day or every Tuesday at 8:30.
Good, because I always do my fucking bedding in there, so it's like
We have like a quarter dungeon and then a boss rush and then technically basically the end.
Is there any way? Yeah, is there any way to like get to Sammy in that? Because I've been trying so many times.
It was as if I lost all my friends again.
And Rory too. I could never get to Rory on there.
Well, is there any way for Alex to get to Sammy?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
If it's chasing its tail.
What's up, Void?
I was the sole survivor of my reality.
Yeah, why can't we reach Rory?
It would be a fitting fate.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason you can't reach Rory.
With earnest desperation to hold on to what made me me.
Can you only reach him if you like go through the bad point, or
your soul's
No.
destroyed.
No. You cannot reach Rory.
How many times I've witnessed
I hear if you hack the game, data mine it.
What could I do?
Hack the data mine.
Okay, yeah, because like I don't know, maybe I'm having some false memories because I remember triggering Rory disappearing on my like very first Switch playthrough.
Desperately I longed for it.
Yeah, I don't think that happened.
I feel like you Mandela'd yourself.
You know, weird.
No,
This is kind of a weird thing to say,
I think
but
that I'll clean his room and do my self-authoring program.
Why did I do that? What was her name?
I don't know anything about that.
Yes, purple comments. That's where you can trade in the broken record. I'm the one who
Come
did
to
that.
think of it, she was essential for my survival.
I needed to keep my mind. I needed to stay me as long.
Come to think of it, what was my name?
For what? What was I going to figure out? What was I going to accomplish? Why am I here?
No one knows.
I tried to recall my life. I arrived home from school, that I could recall. What did I majored in?
Ludia, to get the broken record like traded, you have to talk to Mark and reject his offer both times first.
I made friends with my neighbor and together.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, weird compliment. This just looks like a Switch game to me.
I started having dreams about
Which is exactly why I got on the Switch.
Yeah.
So Void's asking if Alex has ever worked out. Yes, but he's one of those people who says that he doesn't do it for aesthetics. He just does it to feel better. He doesn't really care.
I definitely do it for the aesthetics.
But he didn't major in exercise side.
Ludia, I have no idea how I did it then because I just did it, and that's how we found the Legends of Ragnarok.
No.
I don't know, because like what I did is I like accidentally found it because I was like just exploring Factory Hotel, and then I accidentally found that I could go back into like Sammy's thing, and then I accidentally got the broken record, and then I just went through the steps everyone else did, and then Cheryl and Hellcry were like, oh, no, it was Cheryl and Sigma were like, "Oh, what if we try talking to the Boing after the world ends?" And then I did that, and then I got the record. I have no idea how I did it, and now I'm like convinced that it like has something to do. Oh, you're Sigma. I didn't know you were Sigma. I'm sorry. I didn't know your Twitch handle.
What's up, Sigma? I mean, Lugia, my favorite Pokemon when I was a kid. Yeah, so this is like the pseudo dungeon I was talking
I
about.
love how
Don't judge me.
sleeps on the couch.
Yeah, I love that too. And her face is turned away from the player as well.
And then there's the stuffed panda. Owlet panda.
Right next to her, almost as if these things are indicating something about that character.
And there's that piano again.
I love that piano.
It's
That
out of
fucking
tune.
piano.
I think you have to trigger the other ones first before he appears.
Yeah.
Or who appears?
Before the Boing appears, you have to like trigger all
Try it
those.
Love the little mini factory hotel.
Yeah.
It's me, Panda. Oh, I don't have Dolly anymore.
What do you realize that Hellcry is correct about, Lugia?
Life.
Yeah.
The dialogues represent how Celestial was. Yep.
Fuck you, Panda.
Yeah. It's something that's even hard for me to admit to sometimes. And sometimes I just go, oh yeah, I was right about this. And I'm like, why? Why did I do that?
Wow, what a conceited a-hole. Jeez.
Hey, Hellcry, don't mind them too much. You can't be a prophet in your own hometown.
Okay. I guess I'll just go with the Panda Key for now.
Panda Key, yeah.
You have to buy it, then the Dolly key, and then sell them both to get the entity key.
Buy this, and then the Dolly Key. Yeah, sure, we'll use the Panda Key. Is that a multi-use item?
Look at this comment here. If you sell all your accessories, you can buy the keys.
Well.
You have to.
I guess Alex would still have equipment. I didn't even think about that ever.
Well, now he's not going to have equipment.
No, I wouldn't change that.
But tonight,
yeah, but then you might want that equipment later.
Should I do that, or should I just go ahead and do the...
You can do the meme.
It's
a speedrun.
You're doing it the way the game was intended.
Yeah, I think that's more respectful.
Also, that floating chest off to the side somewhere, like, you can't reach that at all normally, right? That one.
On the bottom left?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't it have like $1,000 in it or something?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Sure,
why
not?
I could check.
Yeah.
God, the music in this game is so good.
It is.
It's good and chill, and it's just nice.
I think it might be my favorite soundtrack in a game. Not that I've really played a whole lot of the AAA ones that everyone tells me to play.
I do love the reuse of that Dolly overworld sprite there.
Yeah.
I do wonder though, with the one that's coming up with the entity, you just reuse like the haloed entity. Why not reuse the one that you made for the overworld?
Why not reuse the oink noise?
That is a good question.
You should oink whenever you can. I mean, that's just, that's just a fact of life.
I do the oink noise. Hell yes. I indoctrinated knights.
Do what?
What?
I really sold him on my theory on Ava.
What
I love how.
What's your theory on that?
I love how this is like a toy drum set.
So, real quick.
It's almost like Alex infantilizing fucking Vella's passion.
Wait, I should probably go this way. So, I kind of read this part as him trying to sort of reconcile, I guess parts of himself here and how he was with his friends. Because I'm imagining he's not actually dealing with his real friends right now.
You do notice that they're all just like surface level representations of
Right.
how he's met them and like what they are to him.
And then we see this other thing at the end of this dungeon happen. That's a whole another bag of worms. Can of worms? Can of worms.
Basically, I had told Knights, I was like, yo, you need to watch Death and Rebirth before you watch End of Evangelion. He's like, oh yeah, but I don't really want to watch the thing that is the summary movie. And I'm like, no,
Oh shit,
you have to.
Don't have.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
But
did I miss a chest?
Did you sell the other keys?
Oh. No.
I have another little Mandela effect thing here in this area.
Yeah, I don't see any accessories, so.
I think you'd have to unequip them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was I gonna say?
I'm a dumb motherfucker. Buy the key. Sell the keys, buy the other key. Alright, here we go. I just sold them and I started running. I was like, wait, turn around. This is not exactly a puzzle type I run into a lot. Oh, fine, I'm alright. Yeah, I know. I know I didn't buy the key.
Yeah, I have another little Mandela effect thing about this area too. I think this also happened on the Switch version for me, but like when it opens up that last little pathway at the end there, for me it also opened up like another one that like connected somewhere else, but I don't know where. I'm probably just misremembering things.
Why does that sound familiar to me too, actually?
Oh wait.
Oh, the Mandela effect thing?
Chandra, don't leave me too. Where are you all going?
Yeah, no, it's like I remember like I got one where like it would open up a different pathway. Like it would open up that one, but then like that blue part when it reached the purple would like go down instead of that way.
I've only done it once, so.
Yeah.
The second time, like this basically feels like a blind playthrough to me at this point.
Oh.
because he's never played YiiK before, got him.
Yeah, I mean basically.
So I want you to turn around real quick before you start running towards that.
Alex's face right there in front of me.
Yeah, basically. We're still in this same space area, which is a little inconsistent with some of the wording around the soul space.
To be fair, you need to play through YiiK at least 9 times to actually play YiiK. Yeah, no, I think that's probably true, right?
You need to use your mind like a memory card and
You need
store
to
all
take
the data.
Adderall and then play YiiK one time, and then it'll be clear.
And to find the caveman ending. Oh, yep, there he is. There's my head floating in space.
Yeah, notice it's the same as the soul space we saw before, but I don't know. There's something off about going towards a planet in space, and in that relation to what the soul space is supposed to be.
You know, if you've ever played Elite Dangerous, I feel that. Like, even though you have hyperdrive in that game, that's the whole approaching a planet and landing on it safely thing is very difficult. Way harder than you would think.
Sid, are you gonna make me post the entire copy pasta in the chat? Alright, I'll do that.
Okay, there it is.
Before you answer, I
Present
want to
day.
thank you for listening to my
Present
poems.
day about What is
I'm
that?
afraid that this reality will soon end.
The story lasted 6 weeks.
Again, you'll be
3,
destroyed, along with
4,
Bella,
5 years
Chandra,
ago.
Rory, Claudio, and Michael. I have drifted aimlessly in the soul space, and it is terrifying. With each passing moment, I lost a tiny portion of myself. Each
I hope
time
that
I witnessed
posted.
the various versions of myself extinguish life in another reality, I lost an even greater peace. Alone, tired, terrified. I saw everything with such terrific clarity.
Meta Alex has a curved HD TV.
You know what I found weird, Brian?
What's that?
That there's a PS Vita just sitting on his dresser.
You should just put like an X, like a big red X right in front of it.
But I actually feel like that's probably a bug because I think if you're playing on PC, that should be a an Xbox.
You interface with the soul.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it also shows up in the Switch version. I think, yeah, it's just.
No, the Switch version should. Although I guess I'll have to double check. Now that you said that should have a Switch on the.
Yeah,
No, it does. I'm just saying. I think the Vita shows up regardless.
Oh, is the Vita just always hanging there?
Yeah.
Well,
that's great.
Funny.
To answer your question, Andrew, Omega Flowey is the sort of kind of main villain in Undertale.
I lacked the courage to act.
Gotcha.
Probably main villain.
I plan to make up for it today.
I don't know. The game's story is weird.
I knew you all
It's
as Michael, Bella,
it's the last boss at the end of a normal route of Undertale.
Yeah.
Many lives. You were different things to me.
Super meta.
Andrew hasn't played Undertale. I wouldn't play the game if somebody deleted their tweets about my game.
No, I've played it. I just don't have good memory for Also, it was
It's been
a long time since I've played that game. I only played it once.
That's fair. I played it like maybe twice.
I mean, it's been
Like
like
kill
5.
everything and be done with the game.
So you just started with the genocide run and.
I did not know.
If you're gonna play it, you have to finish it.
I actually knew killing was bad before Undertale came out. Not to be a hipster about it, but I've been not killing since before.
Wait, I was a pacifist before it was cool.
Andrew, you're telling me killing is bad?
You should play Undertale.
You're telling me I did all of this for nothing?
That's the end of Death Note. Like Yagami, just like he finds the he plays it and he's like, ah, fuck, all this time.
You know what? I won't kill anybody else. And then he gets shot to death.
Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Can you imagine if the fucking creator of Death Note released like another fucking one-shot manga, like he did for like last year or the year before or whenever, but instead of being like an actual continuation of the story, it was like a fucking alternate like ending to the original Death Note where like Yagami just plays Undertale and goes
Hold on
to,
one second. Before we go on, Brian, could you explain these designs to us?
Oh yeah.
Okay, specifically,
With Rory
where
and
should I start?
We're going to save this one.
From right to left, explain your thoughts.
Okay, well, we got Rory, who's basically like this, like sort of like Holy Knight design. And he's got the shield to protect everyone.
If you can remember from right to left, explain your thoughts.
Let's see. Then we have that's okay. I can open up the picture myself anyway.
Okay, all right. I mean, you'll see him soon enough anyway.
Yeah. Claudio's design is like a samurai, obviously, because he's like a total like weeb like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I like how you replace the hacky sack with the ball game.
Yeah.
And then Chandra's got like this kind of like fantasy dancer design, which I actually thought was pretty cool.
It's almost kind of like the a little bit of like a Final Fantasy 12 kind of feeling.
So
yeah, I was definitely looking at Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, like a bunch of different like RPGs to try to get that. Alex like sort of wears the panda skin as like some kind of like a warrior that's like I don't know, like conquered that aspect of himself, perhaps.
So the first time I saw this scene, well, specifically in the trailer, I guess is the first time I saw it. The first thing I thought was Gygus. I thought that was intentional, but apparently it wasn't. And even
Yeah,
if it
definitely
wasn't, this is
not.
still really cool looking. Like I actually really enjoy some of the more surreal parts of this game, like this, and like the Y2K event where you have to fight the meteor. All that's just really well done and really cool.
Yes.
Speaking of, let's equip some really cool equipment if we have to. Oh God, it's me again! No. I guess everything's already equipped actually, so we're good. This should be fine. Yeah, 2 Alexes with beatdown should be just fine. So let's go beat me up.
I don't want to fight.
And if you actually pick like the more feminine silhouette, you get a different Alex model as your alternate character, which is pretty cool as well.
Yes. Brittany voices that one, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Nice.
And I always end up going with that one because I like that design.
I keep forgetting to do that, but it's okay.
It's funny, like all 4 of these represent different parts of Alex's personality, but just like we keep sort of going back to, you know, Alex is meant to sort of be a reflection of, well, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but from my understanding, Alex is supposed to be a sort of reflection of kind of what everybody has been or is at some point in their life. And, you know, this is definitely one of those, especially if you grew up in America.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I think
this is a TV, but how many of us are glued to our phones and PCs and stuff?
Sure, but like that's something I've mentioned recently about the game is like people try to say that this moment you're really overcoming Alex's greatest flaws and all that, you know, really like Persona 4 style stuff.
But you're not. These are like his surface level like traits.
Right,
As to
like
why people don't like him.
Oh, I'm really into being a consumerist. Like, wow, Alex, it's a really deep cut about your personality.
It's more. This is a continued inability to see the truth.
Yeah.
This is more stuff shaded by his ego.
Yes.
Yeah, Rory does do stupid damage when he's
Yeah. My favorite one of the 4 like alternate Alexes is definitely Alex of Pretense, just because of how great he is.
He's right.
Oh yeah.
I remember the glutton and I remember the magician. I don't remember the other one.
Magician.
Well, it's interesting because is Alex the glutton in any way?
No, not really.
Yeah, not really.
Shit.
What
Alex is sick, so he falls over.
And maybe not for food.
Yeah, maybe not
Glutton for something else.
Attention?
Punishment. I mean attention. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, you're probably spot on there, to be honest. Especially given some of the other stuff we've seen. Just
I
this.
tend to be JT. There's a trend here.
Do what?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Okay. Just gonna let that sit there, huh?
Andrew, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Is Shady Alex looking at pictures of Semi Park?
No.
Well, she doesn't exist, so.
I'm looking at pictures of your mom's feet.
Got him! You
Got him. Got him.
You motherfucker. God damn it.
Hell yeah.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
You ran straight.
Ah, your mom's all legs.
God, shut up!
You have to realize when you tell people stories like that, you're literally asking them to have power over you. I don't recommend it.
Oh God.
God, didn't you ever go to high school, dude?
You know,
Yeah, I went to high school, but I went to like a really weird. Okay, my like school system had like a. You could basically like pick between multiple schools that you wanted, like sort of like college, sort of. I think that was the idea.
Vocational school.
Like what?
Vocational school.
Kind of like that. It was like they had like different like focuses. Like there was biomed, there was heritage for like the native kids, and then the one that I went to was arts and technology because I thought like, oh yeah, that'll be cool. Turns out it was like 100 people, and like nobody ever talked to each other. So you only had like maybe 5 people that you would talk to in this group of like 100 people.
That sounds like society now, actually.
Yeah.
Huh. That's real weird.
Yeah, I know. So like I had high school, but I didn't have like high school, essentially.
You know, I actually had a couple of crazy thoughts about that last fight.
Yeah,
but I hate how all of them are going to sound. I was like, you know, it's interesting that that's supposed to represent Alex's like rampant consumerism, his need to fill his life with this media that he later finds nostalgic or whatever. But it's interesting how he's not wearing a Two Brothers shirt.
Hey, it's
you saved over your file to do the second in.
It's a habit. It's a habit.
I'm just letting you know.
It's a habit with RPG games. Doesn't matter how easy or hard they are, just do it.
Yeah, I don't save.
Hellcry is hardcore Hellcry.
If the anniversary group chat, you should have seen it. Everybody was begging me to save, and I just walked by them.
Oh.
And going back to what Robin was sort of talking about, or what we kind of talked about there, like sounds like society as a whole. I think my reality was breaking down the other day. I went to the Walmart pharmacy just to grab some stuff, and not only did I happen to talk to a complete stranger, that never happens. There was a dude in the front of the line who had a bird on his shoulder. Like the fuck? Like what? They let you do that, huh? They just let you walk in here with that big parrot on your shoulder? Okay, that's fine.
With the kinds of tweakers that come into my store, I'm not even surprised to hear that.
Someone said at work, it's like no one gets paid enough to tell him to fuck off, so they just let the bird in.
That's fair.
Like yeah, that's probably true.
At least it wasn't a pigeon.
Like
You crapping everywhere.
Like we let the tweakers come in unless they've like previously stolen something, just like see like if they actually do steal something. Because like at the end of the day, we can't be bothered. We'll just like watch them, because otherwise they'll bitch at us for like discrimination or whatever.
Yeah, there are not any 1.25 changes past this point. You're good.
Please die. Stop jerking off in front of me. Please die.
I like how he throws like a cum sock at you as an attack. Did you not notice that?
Welcome to my stream, everybody, with riveting commentary.
Did you not notice that?
Such as, look at the guy who throws the cum sock at you. God.
You never noticed that?
No, I didn't. I didn't notice it this time until you pointed it out.
It should just like 100% inflict sickness on whatever character that hits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. You know what? Hillcrest calling me out. I'm not gonna save. Yeah, this magician, the Chris Angel magician. Chris Angel Alex.
That's Pretense Alex. I love that guy so much.
Oh.
I am a code machine.
He's the pretentious one.
String things together, smarter people have said.
They're all the pretentious ones.
This is everybody on Twitter.
This is every YouTube reviewer.
And YouTuber.
Yeah, and then it's even funnier because they think they're more profound for having realized.
Not every YouTuber, but a good portion of the commentary community. Like, okay, yeah, we get it. You're real intellectual. It's okay. It's fine.
Disavow.
It's okay. I'll avow for. Well, not for you. I'll avow in your place.
Yeah, it was great chatting with you.
Oh yeah, you don't want to have anything spoiled. That's cool.
What's that? Oh, okay.
For coming.
Yep. Thanks
Bye.
for coming.
Yeah, I know. I
If
just
you like
said that.
Bella as a bard. Bella as a bard is great.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Bard Bella.
She's one of my favorite designs here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pseudo D&D design is pretty nice. I do like it.
Michael
I
as a
feel like
genie.
the genie was interesting because I didn't know what to do with Michael.
You're like, well, he does float later on, so I mean, it's basically like a genie.
Because the thing is, I was thinking like he floats, and then like if you kind of think about the magic of photography, it kind of like clicked in my head that he should be a genie.
Okay, that's an interesting way to get there. All right,
Yeah.
I like that.
I like how he swings his amulet at you. Like, I know it's just like a reuse of like the camera strap one, but I don't know.
Well, it's actually all reanimated,
Yeah.
even though it's like the same kind of motions. I actually think I did a better job with these animations than I did on the on like the main cast, because I did it last.
Oh.
Well, also, it's kind of fitting too, because we're sort of in the part of the game where, you know, we're sort of seeing the how would I put it, like more not realized. I know these are supposed to be like different universe people, but this is sort of like the culmination of everything you've seen in the game.
In a way, I feel like this version of the characters represents what Alex thinks of his friends.
They're a bunch of nerds.
No. But they're more like throwaway ally characters in an RPG.
Hopefully not at this point in the game, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think at this point in the game he still does.
I got one. That's the hardest one. Man, this is...
Yeah, the 3 bars attack. I'm so glad that it appears less often, but like...
Was he supposed to take damage there?
It's definitely a good late game.
Yeah.
Game.
Ah! I forgot about this one. I've only seen it once. Someone said that they short hop through those. That person's a liar.
Yeah, you can do that.
That seemed very difficult.
The collision is a little bit more forgiving than it looks like it would be.
Well, I noticed that on a lot of the mini games, there's a good bit of wiggle room around like the perfect spot. So, I'm guessing you did a similar thing with those as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for actual Alex actually to do beatdown. I think he might have a better weapon. I should probably swap that out, or make sure it's swapped
If
out.
I remember to, I'll make it so that in hard mode you can't go through the other side of the screen on that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
We should put up like some bricks or something so it's obvious.
Yeah.
Some what?
Bricks or something.
Yeah. And then if we make an extreme mode, we turn off the bricks.
10 years later, extreme mode, 4th ending.
Well, there's already 5 endings.
Sorry, 6th ending.
Well, that's
The
what
7th.
1.5 is adding, right?
The 69th ending.
10th ending.
Yeah.
The
420th
420th
ending.
10 years of YiiK, 10 years of endings.
There we go, finally.
Will it end?
Final Fantasy X.
Just personalized.
Okay, this is... He has one hit wonder. Oh. He's actually stronger.
I like I like how one of the weakest records in the game has like one of the most spins on it. Sergeant Salty.
Oh yeah, I think
To
I don't
compensate.
remember, but I
Should I switch back to Ultima LP for beatdown? Like, is that better?
I think so. I always
try
fight these guys with Ultimate LP on.
I'm just gonna give it a shot.
Dude,
Oh yeah,
that's the-
Andrew.
These guys, I've only
Yes.
fought with the default weapon.
I've been meaning to ask, is Sergeant Salty a reference to anything? Because I've always thought it was, but I didn't know for sure.
Yeah, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Oh, okay. See, like I asked my I asked my parents because they were in the grunge era and they didn't know. So
I can't reach it. It's too far. Save the world? Nah. Finish
What
Chroma
you
4?
got?
I can't reach it. This is too hard. I just want to sleep.
That's me every morning.
You sleep with me.
I hope he could slightly like lift his body up a little bit to be able to get.
Too hard. I get a real weird vibe from this enemy design. They're ready for anything as they're sitting there struggling to hit a light switch.
Yeah.
I think something's up with my left stick here. It's acting funny all of a sudden.
I think in YTK 1.5 we should really highlight that this character has proclivity to not clean their room. Haha!
You can't pick up anything heavy. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Actually no. Okay. I was gonna give ideas for like a future video of mine, but I don't want to spoil it because I haven't even finished.
Die.
Yeah, let's go.
Wow, how the fuck did you get 84 on that?
I'm a talented man.
Let's be Y2K.
What's YTK?
Listen, listen.
It's
I grew up
really
playing
weird indie game for the Nintendo Switch.
This son of a bitch. Healing 115 when oh my god! Don't do that again, please.
My record on the spins is like 50, I think.
I've gotten.
Listen,
200,
I grew up playing Mega Man, so.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hellcry, Hellcry, I need you to put like actual footage of yourself reaching 200 because I do not believe you for a second. It sounds like utter BS.
I have a hydraulic thumb.
Cookie Clicker Games is void.
Please no.
Yo, I love Cookie Clicker. I actually started playing. There's this one that Bennett Foddy made about paper clips. That one's really good.
Bennett Foddy is kind of a game design genius when it comes to making people angry.
He made Getting Over It, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I played it for about an hour and I refunded it.
It's funny because that's all.
Oh, that game
people
looks cool. I didn't play that, but
it is cool. It's $5, and I'm glad I refunded it.
It's funny because everybody just knows him for that, but he's done a lot of like he also did Quap, which is classic.
I love Quap.
Great, Quap is great.
But he also did VVVVVV.
Oh, did he do that? Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of odd. He's he's known for a couple of these, like, 8 Rage games, whatever, but done quite a few really interesting other games.
I have a hot take about Quap.
What?
Without Quap, there'd be no Death Stranding.
Without Quap? Wow. Okay.
Quap fobbled so Kojima could walk.
Quap is a goat game.
The walking mechanics in Death Stranding are very much similar to like Quap Light.
Also, Ape Out that came
So,
out more recently.
This is gonna make me look really stupid because I've played this whole game without even asking nor figuring this out on my own. How do you get time energy again?
Oh, you take damage.
So let Alex die. Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta get that beat down.
Is just you just
you just have to like get hurt. You have to
sacrifice
get hurt
Now Chandra's beatdown is doing a good bit of damage. I'm also glad that you guys changed this from 2 buttons to just 1 button.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is also easy mode though, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
That would explain that.
But easy mode, I like easy mode. I think easy mode is like a nice breezy way. I mean, like it's gonna take you about like 15 hours by the time you beat it.
I like it just because of how forgiving the windows are on a lot of things.
Yeah.
We are right there. This guy won't die.
You can let Rory take damage while defending to take time energy. Oh yeah, you can.
So should I swap? Should I swap out 1 HP
Rory,
Alex for Rory?
Rory is goated in this game, so yes.
Okay. You know what? I
will.
will.
This update made like
I'll swap.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. No. I think the best thing about this update is that you made Rory like viable.
What does talk actually do? What does that mean? Attempt to reason with the enemy.
It it only works. It doesn't work on bosses, but like basically, if you just don't want to fight someone, who like taunts them, and then yeah, it's your alternate running away if running away. I got your back.
I was hoping it was like a taunt.
Yeah.
Go figure. Strong stance is probably a good one. This is a really... Oh, wait, I get another turn after that. That's great, actually. Please attack so I can get some time energy. I'll let you have Alex. You can eat Alex. I'll bring him back to life, but I mean... You're right, it doesn't make a lot of sense for him to have taunt.
Yeah.
I did suggest that Claudio should have had a taunt. Provoke the enemy to force to attack them next turn that they're able to. Just because I wanted Claudio to have more things, and it kind of been cool.
Holy crap, I did that without time energy? What the fuck?
Yeah, you can get pretty far if you do it, especially on easy mode.
Got 50, what was that, 58 without that? Wow.
Nice.
Let's go.
Not to tune my own horn, but toot toot. That was fucking... I didn't think I'd get there. Blah. This is angry vomiting,
It
Alex.
finally looks like you may have played this game before.
You gonna save?
I always save. Listen, if you've ever watched Super Beard Bros, you can never save enough. It's just true. Alrighty, fellas, this is the stretch. Almost 3 a.m. here, and I want almost 3 a.m. here. I am to see the ending. That's what Sigma says.
Totally.
Am I going to see the ending? Is that what you're asking? I'm not.
Yeah, you're almost there.
I'm not gonna save there because you can't really get a game over.
Wait!
This room is so neat.
I need to talk to you.
I'm tired. Okay, I understand.
I mean, it is like 3 a.m.
This character.
It's not Sammy.
Who is the Spectre who appeared at the beginning of the game?
But I have to warn you, just beyond that light.
Yeah, like at the title
you're going to
screen.
discover something
Mm.
really terrible. Nothing I can say is going to make it easier.
I don't know why,
But
but
I
I
need
just
to
like the way
say
her
this to
lips
you.
are animated.
I'm sorry it used me to get to you. I'm
It.
sorry for all the lies it told you when all you wanted to do was help me.
It.
Even though it may feel like it was
I'm
all
just gonna
for
guess.
nothing,
It being his ego.
I appreciate how hard you tried. I'm going to go back to where I call home now.
I will say that there are better psychiatrists to use than Freud if you want to analyze Y2K.
Yeah.
I will say that though.
Okay.
But Freud totally wrecked Mother Teresa in that rap battle.
Are you talking about the friggin' epic rap battles?
Yeah, no, they did epic rap battles of
That guy?
Yeah, epic rap battles of history.
I
did an
never
episode.
noticed that there's two NESs just sitting over there.
Oh yeah. And there's one on each side of them.
What is this?
That's
You
hilarious.
can't. You can't like wait for your turn on the NES.
Is Proto Alex here? I'm here to finally end this.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of me. Wilfred, it's you.
Oh man, you
Wilfred's not here.
Poor guy.
I know. I know he's
You
not
know,
here.
we know Wilfred's design, but where'd you get the design for Sencha?
Take him out.
Female Wilfred.
Jesus.
I can kind of see that.
Oh, hilarious.
She's got
What it
the
looks
two
like.
crowns,
Look,
which is something I always love.
I never noticed that actually.
Yeah, I only noticed that recently.
I noticed what? I didn't hear you.
The two crowns.
Hold on a second.
Oh yeah.
I'll take my
Yeah.
chances with a tussle. What the fuck are you talking about?
Boom.
Look, man, I don't want to burst your bubble, but she lies all the time. Whatever she
This
thinks,
dialogue really intrigued me when I came to it because it definitely made me feel like I had no clue what was going on.
But I do a proverbial long straw. She needs all the help she can get.
And I still don't because I sped run the game.
Hell, yeah, look.
I
one
like
of
how
those-
I like how Alex
I'm
just
you,
says what the fuck is going on.
She's us
Like,
as well.
I think the first stream we did like back in 2019 with my other friend, Andrew mentioned how they were doing that line, and at first it was like, you know, what the heck is going on here or something, and I think Neosi said that just doesn't feel right, so he switched it to fuck, and it just
that's
worked. Yeah.
Oh, well, it was definitely a good call because you can just really tell that he's just done with everyone's shit at this point.
Yeah.
He's especially done with his own shit.
Yeah.
I like how Alex goes, Sammy Vela, that was all a lie, when the Ascension never really told him that stuff.
Yeah.
It was mostly stuff that he kind of made the connection for, and she goes, yeah, you know, kind of like that.
I mean, in a way, he is lying to himself.
Yes, he is lying to himself.
All these little webs I have spun, all these little games I have played.
Now you know the truth. Just go home. I don't want to fight anyone.
Oh, that's what I meant to ask earlier. Who sings that song?
Sam Stillwell, right?
Yeah, he has a band called The Naked Hugs, which is really good. Everyone should check out. And actually, Sam Stillwell is coming back for a song for Y2K 1.5.
Oh, yes, he's so good.
Yeah, he is. He's great. Love that.
My son
Love that guy.
Will
Will do.
Time for the final boss fight.
Don't you love how the gears in the background kind of look like eyes?
All these little eyes on the wall. This isn't the only place that this battle scene appears, right?
I love how this is presented like an actual fight.
Yeah.
And then this
I got your
happens.
back.
Well, this takes a minute, but this happens.
I have to say, Brian and I were both pretty surprised at how much an ending boss is like a required thing for people to feel really satisfied with the ending of the game.
Yeah.
And I think if we had known that it would be such a
I got your back.
like frustration for people, we would have done it differently. Like something that conveyed the same idea, but still had like a proper boss to it.
Did you maybe okay, so I know when the game was being made, you know, there was some like FF10 reference or influence there. That game is sort of known for doing a very similar thing. Like if you know anything about Yevon, like that whole fight.
I don't think we were thinking of that at the time. This is what I was thinking. Like you just fought all those bosses like back to back, basically. Like why not end the puzzle RPG on a puzzle instead? Which is kind of how we looked at it. It's not a very big, involved puzzle.
Right. And this is definitely
So now,
that.
this right here is interesting because this is basically, once again, when things are really bad, Alex's mind turns to nostalgia. He wears the Two Brothers shirt and he talks about the game earlier. But Alex has not gone to heaven and he is not in the same world as that Two Brothers takes place in. It is a cope.
Think about the conflict that stands in your way.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
if he
not
took
in the
place
same world.
as Two
Tackle
Brothers,
it with your
yeah,
brain.
if,
It's
if
not
this was
maybe.
actually in the Two Brothers world, wouldn't it be in the art style of Two Brothers?
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
My hardest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm happy with what I accomplished. But you're younger.
So
It's
yeah, this is just all like in
Plus-
his mind.
Like,
basically.
Plus,
it-
like, yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say, it's like if it was a different developer making a different game, sure, but it's the same developer making a reference to their own game. Why wouldn't they make it in the same art style? You know, if it was supposed to actually be Two
Oh wait,
Brothers.
I fucked up. Okay.
I had considered when I was writing the scene, like making a different famous character appear to him, but I was like, well, I don't want to write dialogue for a character that I don't own.
You have to talk to the other you, JT.
Alex isn't strong enough to do this.
That's right. I said no.
No,
been
you
a
have to
while.
talk to the other guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said no there.
That had been like Cloud Strife he talked to, or if it had been like Solid Snake.
I got your back.
Ah.
Or, you know, versions of characters like that.
Right.
We get to see Roy again.
Maybe just a bunch of them fading into each other.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Namor.
there's that one character that like resembles Eris.
You mean Eris? Yeah.
Go on without me.
This is a really cool.
Yeah, she looks a lot like this
boss
character from this cool, you know, kind of obscure RPG I played called. She kind of looks like a character from it named Aerith.
May not have heard of that game before.
Yeah.
Damn it! I was hoping I could just hop down. Oh, okay. It just skips the dialogue. Yeah, I forgot I had to talk to him.
Yeah.
I knew the switches or plugs are part of it. This is also
Okay,
just
yeah,
a really neat looking part of the game.
Yeah.
Like all these colorful spots, they really catch my eye.
This is the right thing to
That's
do.
another thing for me that happened when I first played the game. Like, Warrior Alex did not animate, so it was literally just T-posing my.
We don't need to hear that.
So this.
Thankfully, that bug is gone for good.
I
don't know what's gonna happen.
I probably have to ask. I probably have to ask this at some other time because it sounds like
This
it's going to be part of 1.5. Because you said when what was it like? Basically, when a soul comes into existence, it's split up into 128 parts.
You help me fight this battle.
And right here, you have two souls who seem to be the same. I'm pretty sure they are the same. Saying don't cut off the division. So that makes me wonder, is that a thing with like everybody, or is it just Alex?
It's a result of what the Twisted Beings have been trying to accomplish, what their purpose is, what they hope to achieve. Which, I mean, 1.5 is all about the Twisted Beings. Like they're like the sole focus of it.
much like the whole game is all about Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And so this update is to give a lot more insight into the stuff around that, I'm guessing.
Does it make it easier to reach the 5th ending then, or?
No comment.
So,
okay.
It's all done.
It's all done.
It's all
An hour later than I thought we would be on. Thanks for staying.
Everything she said really got to me.
I guess it's only fitting, you know.
Friends, I didn't realize the difference between being flawed and being evil. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter now. Look out for us. Look out for me. Take it easy.
And now we are one with the Alex. We are now Alex. Just the one though. All right, so that was Y2K. That was more or less the version. Well, that's not.
What's Y2K?
Y3K. Yeah, so that's more or less the version I got to play a couple years ago, except for the battle system stuff and the and a couple other scenes that were added.
Yeah.
Overall, I still, you know, even back then I thought it was pretty solid. And now it's even better, and it's about to get even better because the hard work these guys are putting in and continue to put in.
Heck yeah.
Good night, Sigma.
Good night, Lugia Sigma. Thanks
like
for tuning in.
how
I
they
appreciate
try
it.
to have this like nice little abridged version of what happens throughout the story.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I really appreciate everyone tuning in. I really appreciate everyone who came in for commentary and stuck it out with me. It's been an interesting journey for sure. This is kind of the first time I've done anything like this. Hopefully not the last. I'm probably going to be taking a little break from scheduling with guests just because of my schedule. I'm kind of wanting to focus on some personal health stuff, like, you know, working out and actually getting into shape and taking some personal things in my life pretty seriously. So I'm gonna try not to sort of put roadblocks like this in my way, or speed bumps, I guess you'd say.
That's a good idea.
But once that's over, yeah, I'm gonna have probably a few more people on. Just kind of depends on when I can get to them. But yeah, outside of that, it's been great having you guys. I really appreciate you coming, and yeah, I don't know many developers who would just sit here and do this. Maybe I can get one more. We'll see. What were you gonna say, Andrew? Sorry.
Thanks for playing the game.
Absolutely.
Did all these wonderful musicians who did all this great arranging work.
Yeah, thanks for playing. Thanks for having us on. It was pretty fun.
Did you get the?
Yeah, thanks for having me on too. I didn't make anything, but thank you.
You didn't make anything while you're on stream. That's what you mean.
Yeah,
to say.
that's true. I am the maker of things.
Yeah, he makes stuff and things outside of the stream. That's,
yes.
On his own personal time.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll probably, whenever 1.5 is officially out, I'll probably go ahead and play that. And it'll be a.
I definitely recommend that you do.
Yeah, it's bold.
Yeah.
Good.
It is bold.
It's not italic.
It'll be a slower playthrough, more, you know, just paying attention to the story and just you know. I know we were technically hanging out here, but there is sort of that pressure to sort of fill in the silence and stuff and keep things entertaining. It'll be a little less about that and just more about the game itself, you know. So, but yeah, we thanks to Andrew and Brian, we got to have some pretty interesting people on. People I would have never expected to show up on this. I thought it was really just going to be us and maybe some people from the Yiikin. So thanks for that as well. That was great.
You're welcome. That's Wilfred Donju.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta ask. Is the guy? Yeah, there he is. The guy who said hi on Twitter. Is that like an actual thing that happened?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The guy who said hi on Twitter. Oh wait.
We want to be credited.
Okay, I'm low. There it is. My name right there. JT/Dactyl.
Nice.
I was low key excited for that.
Is Yister anyone, or is that just the?
No, these are all what people submitted as. I'm just gonna ask names.
Yister is the person that made the Yiikin.
Oh, Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations on beating Y2K at Postmodern RPG. You can create a new game plus here. And I think you said I don't have to start an actual new game once 1.5 comes out. I can just go straight into New Game Plus if I want to.
Yeah, it's all on New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
maybe not all.
Not right. Do I have to hit yes now? Or is that? I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I would do it now. Otherwise, you'll have to go through the credits. You know, beating the boss again.
All right, there we go. All right, go ahead, Andrew. Sorry, I didn't want to screw that up.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh, you were talking about 1.5 and new content.
Oh yeah, so 1.5, like there's new bosses in 1.5 in the base game, but then there's entirely new content in New Game Plus. So like you'll see the new bosses if you play the game from the beginning and you haven't done it. Like basically, like there's a boss in Bella's dungeon and a boss in the cave. And then those scenarios are further expanded in New Game Plus, but there is like a new version in that.
Ooh.
Nice.
Neat.
So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up there. If you guys want to go ahead and plug the stuff like like we usually do, and we'll go ahead and get off.
Get the official Y2K vinyl out from the Yeti. Follow us at Ackk Studios on Twitter. Get Y2K on Switch, PS4 updates coming soon. It's on Game Pass, and look forward to 1.5.
Yes.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, I did show off. I guess you'll see it at the beginning of YouTube, but I did show off the vinyl at the beginning. So if you want to go check that out,
Yes.
that'll be on shortly after this stream ends. So
subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm posting a YiiK review there sometime later in the month or next month. I don't know when it's coming out at this point.
And what's your YouTube channel?
I posted it in chat. It's Robin, Maker of Things, with the comma after my name.
All right.
Yes.
And Hellcry's making a game, I think.
Yeah, I'm Hellcry. I posted the logo or a teaser for the logo of my game last time. Might have some other things in the works in a bit. I'm not really sure. There's a lot going on.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
And as always, I stream sporadically, pretty much when I'm just chilling, playing whatever. We will have more streams like this in the future. Again, I'm just taking a little break so that way I can get those sweet six-pack abs and really focus on just kind of getting healthy.
Remember, though, it's not for the aesthetic. It's about how you feel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it has nothing to do with looking totally hot and sweet and awesome. But yeah, you can, as always, you can find me on Twitch, DLive, YouTube, and I guess sometimes Trovo, because on Restream it just kind of like unhooks itself. That's why I wasn't streaming it on there today, because kind of just said go fuck yourself. So you can find me on there and basically all social media except for Facebook at JTB Plus. It's the same across everything. You can Google that and find all that stuff. So till next time, guys. Later.
Later.